Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace.
Obviously, over the weekend, Albert Pujols hit his 700th home run. Aaron Judge got it shoved up his ass by the Red Sox all weekend long, so he's stuck on 60. But there is there's some news in Dallas world. There's a few items in Dallas world that I kind of wanted to start with here. If you would so choose, there's three doors that we can open up here. There is Dallas got his phone stolen. He's also going to be a chaperone, which I'm not sure how that was allowed. And the Oakland A's handed Jacob deGrom his worst loss of the season. Dallas, I don't know which avenue you choose to go down.
I mean, what do the fans want?
I don't know if they want any of it, to be honest.
Well, you know what? Hey, let's go with what's tried and true. Let's go with Jake. What do you want to hear about?
Let's hear about that phone.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. So early morning, get up, head off to the local dispense, and do a little shopping. Why? Because I like variety in my life. Got a great product on my own, but love variety. So cruise in, do some shopping, get to the register. Because I have a couple bags I got to take out, I set my phone down, and I'm coming back, right? Set my phone down, take the bags out, come back, get some more bags, go back out, and I had not picked my phone back up. Okay? So at this time, my phone setting right in front of the register to cash out. I've already paid. Everything's good. My phone's still sitting right there. I believe my phone's in my pocket. So I get to Jamba Juice, get out of the car, and I'm like, well, where's my phone? My phone's not. Like, damn it. Like, oh, okay, well, it's in one of two places, right? It's either fallen out of my pocket and it's in my car, or one of three, I guess. In my car, in one of the bags in the back, or it's still at the store. So get the Jamba Juice, check the car, go back to the store, and nothing. And I'm like, no, this ain't right. This is not right at all. I know my phone was left here. Now I'm remembering the trips and yep. So yeah, my phone should have been right here by the register. And I asked the homies, I said, hey, just pull the security cameras, just pull the footage. And I promise you're going to see my phone right then and there. In between that time, had the phone pinged. It was already off, which means it was pulled, like, you know what's up, because it was a picture of myself on the front of the phone, like the screen. I'm holding my two daughters. And
I thought it was going to be you, just like two thumbs up on your lock screen.
Like an asshole.
Yeah.
Hey! And so it becomes obvious what's gone on. Mm-hmm. And while the security cameras getting pulled, I scramble back, I double back, and I check the area in Jamba Juice that I was at, and I actually ran into Jonah Bride that morning at Jamba Juice. While I was looking for my phone, he was like, he plays baseball for the Oakland A's. And
oh man, that could have been anybody.
Shut up.
I had no idea who that was.
You guys need to learn something.
All right.
But anyway, so come to find out, after being let in on, the goings on, what's happening here, you find out that this dude was in there, walked up to the camera, or walked up to the register, sees the phone, right? Sees the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, knows it's not his. And leaves. Cashes out, leaves. Tells the fucking security guard that he forgot his phone.
Mm.
Walks back in. Just walked right up to the register, snatched the phone, like didn't even stop walking. Just like walked up to the register, grabbed my phone, kept walking. And I got a fucking I mean, I got a picture of it, right? Like there's obviously video of it, but that happens. We see it. And from there, all I guess I can really say is phone calls were made. And the one phone call that needed to be made was made. And that phone was dropped off. I was told within 7 minutes of that phone hanging up. Because like what's dumb is the dude, like, you have to show your ID when you walk into a place like that, right?
Yeah.
And you're now in the database. And
what a fucking idiot.
There's cameras everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Video rolling at all times. At all times. And so, like, I don't know what the thought process was. Not sure. But I know where this dude lives. I know this dude's name. I know who this dude is.
Drop it.
Yeah, drop the name, dude.
Let's
no,
go.
it's not. That's
Don't be a
that's-
pussy,
that's-
dude. Drop the name. He stole something from us.
Yes.
He stole our phone, dude.
But I got it back.
First
I got
name.
the phone back.
First
and,
name.
And I sent out a tweet like, yo, to the dude who stole my phone, like, just understand, I know where you live. We know who you are. We have it all on video. Like, just let's just be smart about this. All right. Let's just be smart about this. No reason to have to get crazy here. I'm going to help you help yourself.
That's
And-
that's the second person you got almost arrested.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, who's the first person?
Bob Guerin.
Oh,
No.
Jesus.
Oh,
I'm talking about the people in the bleachers, in the upper deck.
oh yeah, them too.
Oh,
So it's
God.
3, really. I mean, he.
No. But anyway,
he had the air marshals waiting for Bob Guerin by the time that A's flight landed.
so that was that. Phone back, phone recovered, phone good. So good to go there. The second door is yes, chaperoning, which is why we're going to be moving quickly here.
Well, all right, so let me. This isn't more of a story. This is more of an interrogation at this point. So you're
Okay.
you're going to be chaperoning. What is what's the grade? What grade are these children in?
Kindergartners.
Okay, so they're in kindergarten.
Yes.
And for you to be a chaperone, was there any review process? Did they like? Surely there were other parents more qualified for this.
Well, yeah, we had to go. You got to go through that to get the kids into the fucking school.
Okay, so what type of questions were you asked where they were like, "Yeah, this is the guy"?
Oh, that's all part of the initial review process.
I'm asking you a question that you failed to just answer. What types of questions were asked of you?
I mean, nothing directly.
So they have no information. Anything that they know about you is just what's surface level that they could Google.
What's written down, what I wrote down and gave to them.
Okay, so
Yes,
none of it
but
was fact checked.
It was all fact. It's all fact. It's all true. And they were there. They know who I am.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure.
Yes.
Mhm.
They'll be very excited that it's me showing up.
I don't know if that they'll be excited after the fact though.
But it's going to be great. Shit,
Were
I
you
might
guys-
be dropping more knowledge at this fucking fish and duck pond than they're gonna
That's true.
get from the folks there.
You're a big fish guy, so you're taking
fish
a bunch of kindergartners to a duck pond.
Yeah, it's called the duck pond.
Okay,
Is what it's called. Yeah,
it
but
sounds
it's an
like
area-
sounds like a bar.
No, it's like it's
The
got
duck
animals. Yeah, it's got animals. You know, it's like a little mini 4-H setup. I know
Okay.
you don't know what that is.
A 4-H setup?
Yeah,
No.
that's okay.
What does that mean?
It's all.
Before you answer the question, does anyone else here know what that means? Before I look stupid,
Yeah.
what does it mean, Joe?
Well, 4-H is like Boy Scouts, right? Same idea.
Well, no, it's farming.
So no.
Like so.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Animal husbandry. Do you know what animal husbandry is?
Dallas tried to throw you a bone there, but like those two things are not the same at all. Boy Scouts, yeah, it's kind of like Boy Scouts. It's farming actually. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
anyway,
almost.
It's the raising of animals and education like that. Future farmers of America.
Mhm.
So, anyways, But it's that. It's, just educational shit like that. Getting kids out and about, getting them around animals.
I was around
alive.
animals too much.
Fucking Saugus, you're around a bunch of heathens out there.
Yeah, but I was a big aquarium guy.
I was a huge aquarium guy. Before I built the pond, I had a 300-gallon saltwater tank.
Yeah, I mean, like
I had absolutely insane shit in my saltwater tank. Insane shit. Panther grouper, mantis shrimp. I had a fucking blue spotted stingray.
mantis shrimp. You're just putting words together.
Buddy, look up a mantis shrimp. Those things are fucking bad ass. Bad ass.
I mean,
just assaulting shit. I had to get a special tank because the fucking dude cracked the first one.
Mantis.
Set me back on a 200-gallon tank. That fucking thing ain't cheap.
The shrimp did, or
the
who?
shrimp?
Fuck.
This thing looks like
This is how they kill their prey.
A mantis shrimp basically just looks like a lobster that's at like this
on acid.
The 69 Woodstock. Yeah.
That's
what it looks like.
It's like a little mini iridescent fella.
Yeah. He's a rainbow lobster.
They just sock the shit out of their food. Knock them out, but fuck around and crack a tank.
Yeah. All right. We can round this out with how do you feel about
Jacob
the green and
deGrom
gold?
getting absolutely serviced.
Yeah. So are you joining Joe in saying that Jacob deGrom's a fraud? Is that your stance?
You know what? I love the guy. I love his stuff.
Mm-hmm. You just don't see it though.
I can't. Look, I was telling myself, like, you know what I do? I want to go into today just completely with Joey here, just fucking downplay just the deGrom downplay, the huge like I don't know, like, the guy from what I've seen, and I was gonna say in person, but I've seen him throw in person other times. But I was gonna say, like, live, like as a broadcaster for the A's. Specifically, right? What I've seen live from Jacob deGrom, Joey, I'm with you. Not impressed. Couldn't even squeak out. Couldn't squeak out 5 innings. I mean, the guy. I don't know that Jacob deGrom's ever had 4 walks in a game in his life.
Yeah,
ever. Well, that happened. Right?
It was tough.
It was hard to watch.
Well, didn't he get flustered? And he was getting mad at Angel.
Well, fucking Angel Hernandez,
He got mad at Angel. No, but all right. So if I'm being serious about deGrom, I actually talked about this in the open of our broadcast, and I said, what you hope to see here is kind of what we saw this lineup do against the Seattle Mariners and Luis Castillo, because Castillo came in and was blowing cheese, but it was inch and a half, 2 inches off, and the A's weren't swinging, and they were getting called balls. Castillo was not getting the love, and so there was traffic. They were ahead in the count, and he was going to his off speed, and he was going to the changeup a lot, and it got exposed. It got hit. He got hit hard, and you look up, and fucking Tony Kemp is turning on your shit. 3-run homer, I think, and you're just like, what? He did not expect this. Well, that just fucking happened. And I said, if they could wait Jacob deGrom out, should he not be dotting it up like he usually does early against a good guy like deGrom? If you're going to get to him, it's probably going to be early. And from there, you're going to kind of, hope it's enough. And, well, Jacob deGrom, to your point, was getting flustered because I don't know that there was calls that he wasn't getting. I think it was a combination of frustration with a lack of execution on his part, and then some of the results that were happening when he was throwing strikes. But it's Angel Hernandez, because I watched the game unfold with that little box on my screen, just like you have at home. And there were calls that were not great calls, and really both ways. And so, yeah, but believe it or not, believe it or not, like I'm going to shoot you straight here. It was Angel Hernandez, and sometimes the calls weren't accurate.
Right. That's unfortunate.
But so that's where I give credit to the A's lineup, because I watched them do that same exact thing against a really good fucking pitcher a week and a half ago. whatever it was. And so to see against Castillo. So to see them do that against deGrom, look, Castillo, deGrom, those are two different animals. That's two different levels of just overall shit coming out of the arm. Like, so I understand. But it was rather like, like jaw dropping. And I'll say this. Jacob deGrom, with that kind of stuff, I don't know how much pitching per se that deGrom has necessarily had to do. Like there's some things that are really impressive about him. Like you pull up a spray chart about slider location, slider swing and miss location. And like I remember this because we did a graphic on it because I was looking up the numbers and it's just unbelievable. Like our guys came back 100 swing and misses going into the game the other day on the slider down and away. He had thrown one middle or worse as far as like east to west location, lateral. And he had thrown one middle or worse elevated.
So if you can pick up that not that it's an easy thing to do, but if you can pick up the spin or you can pick up the grip coming out of the hand and you know it's a slider, you should never swing because either it's going to be a ball or it's going to be a pitch that you can do nothing with.
Well, that's the thing is a lot of those are strikes too. A lot of those are balls, but a lot of like there's a large number of those are
but even if it's paint, like a Jacob deGrom slider that's on the fucking paint, like you're not going to do anything with that.
Right. And remember, when you hear guys talk about getting a pitch in an at bat, like, oh man, I didn't have shit to hit. And you're like, well, there were 3 strikes. You swung at one of them. Maybe 2 of them were there at least. He's not saying that they weren't strikes. He's saying, what do you expect me to do with those? I can't do anything with those. Like I can't put an authoritative swing on 101 down and away, clipping the black. Like that's a tough pitch for me to get to. And then on the other side of that, if it's deGrom, it's 96 with slider tilt and movement. Like, you want me to get to that? I got to be ready to go at 101. So my swing has already started. By the time that fucking 96 mile an hour slider starts to break, I am well committed to my swing. But the baseball is just not going to be there. And
yeah,
it's gross shit. Power curveball 86, changeups at 92. But as far as the craft of pitching, I don't know how much pitching I saw.
Wow. So you think he fucking sucks? You think he sucks?
No,
shortstop.
Not at all.
Shortstop.
Yeah, that's true.
No, the dude's got raw, ridiculous shit. Like here. Oh, you know what? Since we're on the topic, I just saw this. And this is absurd. This is absolutely absurd to think about. All right. Clayton Kershaw, Jacob deGrom, both 34 years old. Jacob deGrom sports a 2.52 ERA. Clayton Kershaw sports a 2.49 ERA. There's only one subtle little difference. You ready for it?
What's that?
Jacob deGrom has 1,320 innings. Clayton Kershaw only has 2,564.
Big difference.
That's a big difference.
It's about 2.5 times more innings.
That's a big difference.
That like
blows my
6
mind.
years worth of difference.
That blows my mind that they are the same age. It makes no sense.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They're the
deGrom
same
and
exact
Kershaw are the same age?
age.
What?
Did you not just hear what I said? I mean, I fucking started with that.
The same exact age. 100 days apart,
No.
give or take.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not.
Let that blow your mind.
Yeah, what the fuck year did Kershaw get called up?
2008.
And deGrom didn't get called up until what, like fucking 14?
Yeah.
Jesus.
DeGrom was 26 when he made his debut.
Why did it take so long if he's this good?
He was a fucking shortstop. Probably that has something to do with it in college.
Yeah, crazy, right?
I did not realize that. I did not realize that they were the same age. No. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DeGrom has an 8 ERA in his last 2 starts, which happens, but it's against the Pirates and the Athletics.
You're damn right. You're damn right. Raise that ERA. Let's fucking go. You don't fuck with the Buccos and the Swingins, bud. Come here.
Jesus Christ.
We found DeGrom's weakness, dude.
Yeah.
And it's Dallas Braden.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's tough.
You know,
I
you
mean,
know how good that feels.
I'm sure it feels great. I'm sure it feels great. I mean, like, there's no more. There's never been a greater ringing endorsement for Dallas Braden's baseball fandom than these last 2 starts that Jacob deGrom has made.
Hey, you know what?
Hang with him.
Sometimes you just rise to the occasion as a group. Like, on a serious note, if you got a future, like the way DeGrom, so that, I mean, we don't need to get into that discussion, but we know where Kershaw's headed,
What
right?
discussion? Oh, yeah.
Kershaw, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Sure.
DeGrom, with those numbers, right? Body of work, obviously a little different.
Like, we're talking about Jacob deGrom going into free agency as like the top dog. Like, is he going to make $40 million a year? And then there's reports about Clayton Kershaw being like, he's deciding whether or not he wants to pitch next season. They're the same age.
Well, yeah, but obviously a
lot more
mileage.
miles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I mean, yeah, like injuries and blah, 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 blah. We can get into all that, but yeah, just crazy.
But it's just crazy how we look at it. Because Kershaw has a better ERA than DeGrom. But
Yeah.
we look at Kershaw like no one, like, you know, I think it's because where he came from, like having like a sub 2 ERA for like all those years, that now we look at him as like a lesser pitcher, like he's kind of washed. So you're not as scared of him. But in reality,
well,
he's
that's
still,
just,
you know, an ace.
well, yeah, in reality, I mean, he's still doing a magnificent job. Obviously, the stuff in what he was doing then is not what's happening now. But those are two different eras for him, 2 different points of his career. That's why the comparison with the innings is just like, holy shit. Like that is real. That is real. 2 dudes, same age, both dominant. One has like quite literally doubled the other's body of work almost. Like,
It's crazy.
insane.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
We got a lot to get to, though. Albert Pujols hit his 700th career homer. He hit 699 and 700 in the same game.
Felt so good.
Did it in LA against the Dodgers. Let me see if I can get that call. Because I've been blowing the Cardinals broadcast booth.
Hey,
during this whole thing.
I can tell you this.
Yeah.
Both broadcast booths like acknowledged what Albert had done.
Uh-huh.
Very excited about it.
Yeah.
Everybody,
I don't think that they're like, I think John Boy had the video of like the literal only person that was booing Albert after hitting 700. There's one asshole.
Before.
It was before?
It was before. He was talking shit before. Boo, fuck Albert, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Albert, bomb.
Yeah. All right. Here's 699. Because a lot of people probably didn't think that we were going to get 700 on the same night, but here's 699. Why can I not hear it? Oh, that's why.
He drives this one. It's deep to left, and that is is $6.99 for Albert Pujols. A no-doubter puts Pujols
People going nuts.
run away from 700.
I mean, before we get to 700, I just want to say how crazy it is that during this second half, as Pujols is chasing down 700, that like Pujols looks like vintage Pujols. Like it's like there were some times in the first half of this season alone where he was hitting homers and it looked like he needed every ounce of strength in his body to get the ball barely over the fence, and then he was huffing and puffing around the bases. These home runs that he's hit in the second half, he's just looked like monster Albert Pujols all over again. Like
He's rejuvenated.
Bombs. Yeah, like these homers are way the fuck up the bleachers. Like he's absolutely squaring up, barreling baseballs, and then he's running around the bases very in a youthful manner all over again. So
Yeah, because he's living on cloud nine, Jared.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's no, you just don't write this kind of script, man.
No.
Like, you don't sit down and plan it this way. If
No.
you had the opportunity, like Albert, you're just gonna, disappear for a decade. You're gonna go to Anaheim and things are just not gonna be good for like a decade, 10 years, right? And when it's all said and done, this is how we're gonna play it out. You're gonna chase 700, and you're gonna do that in a Cardinals uni on your way to the postseason.
Yeah.
Sound good? Like, what the fuck?
This is the most home runs that Pujols has hit in a season since 2019. He hit 23 that year. He hit 23 in 131 games. He has 21 homers this year in 103 games. So the other thing too, you have to remember, I know that it's easy to forget this now as we're watching what he's done with St. Louis in the second half of the season. But there was, when he got released by the Angels, there were a lot of people talking about Albert like, damn, I hope this isn't it. Like, I hope this isn't how he goes out. I hope someone takes a flyer on this guy. And there were a lot of people in the game that thought that he was done. I remember like Cora was like concerned, like he was upset that Pujols might be done. And it was one of the first games that they were allowing fans back at Fenway. So I was sitting by the Red Sox dugout, and I think the Red Sox were playing. I don't even remember. They might have been playing the Angels. I don't remember, or the Phillies or something like that. So I'm sitting like side by side with Alex, and then the news breaks. Pujols signs with the Dodgers, and I just go, AC. He looks over, and I was like, Pujols, LA, and he was like, like he was pumped. So like I think that Nolan Arenado, another guy, which was really cool to see Nolan be one of the first to give Albert a huge hug, because he was one of those guys that before Albert was like even like
remember the video that Nolan did.
Yes. So he was like we need to be celebrating fucking yes, that was before. So Nolan, yes, before they were even teammates, was like, Albert, you're the fucking best. Like, I hope that he catches on somewhere. Like, and this is
he was doing an interview and like walked off and then like came back, I think, or was like ready to end.
It was
the
at the
interview,
very end.
And he was like, hold on, before we end this, I just got to say something. And like he spoke very heartfelt about Albert, like being his favorite baseball player.
Here it is.
Can I say one more thing? Sure. Albert Pujols, I love you, man. You're one of the greatest to ever play this game, and I hope you get to go out the right way. And I'm just a huge fan, and I hope you hear this one day because you're my favorite player. Thank you.
They're not even teammates at that point.
Yeah, they're not even teammates, and that's like because like that's part of the whole script, right? That's part of the whole. I know I don't have a lot of time, which is why I didn't want to like dive all into that shit. But that's part of what I was talking about. You can't write this shit up. Albert basically being welcomed by Arenado unexpectedly. Neither one of them knew that was going to happen, and like Albert's just had that kind of impact across the game where the game's, arguably the game's best third baseman is like, hey, dude, I just got to let you know, like from afar, I hope you get to do your thing and retire on your terms. Like the game of baseball, if it's ever owed anybody anything, in Nolan Arenado's eyes, it owes Albert that. And now here Nolan Arenado is helping the storyline just continue to thrive, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he's been able to now have a front row seat.
How cool is
watching
that?
Albert chase 700. How fucking awesome is that? I got fucking goosebumps right now thinking about Arenado having his fucking favorite baseball player join his team. And now he's fucking smacking dingers, making ridiculous diving plays.
Yeah.
Helping Albert oh God, dude. It's fucking, I fucking love baseball.
Yeah.
How do you not love baseball?
Yeah. Nolan actually, I think it was the next day. I think the next day hit a homer, reached 30 and 100 on the same swing. All right, here's 700.
Pujols sits on the air. It's deep to left. Taylor's back at the wall. It's 700. Albert Pujols has joined the 700 home run club.
So that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, when you're Albert Pujols in your final season, and I feel like obviously Cardinal fans would want Albert to have done this in St. Louis, but Dodger fans are really cool about it. They gave him an awesome ovation. He's able to run over to Adrian Beltre. And then I think the coolest part about this is if you were to have, say this did happen in St. Louis, right? And they were going to have like this big ceremony or whatever, like Albert hit 700 and then he crosses home plate. Who would be some of the guys that you would want to like come out on the field to give him a hug first, like as callbacks from his entire career? They're still on the team.
Yeah.
Like they're still there. Like Yachty getting to hug him and like Wainwright
Yachty and
being
Waino.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like they're still fucking there. Like that must be so cool as a Cardinal fan to be like, wow, like we had a fucking run.
It's like, yeah. And it's like a, it's like, like think Wainwright, Yachty, and Albert, like all three young lions, right? Getting ready to set out on their journey through life. And for whatever reason, one lion branches off and he's going to start his own pride. And that's what happened. Albert joined another pride, but he came back in the fold. And now it's like the three brothers are back ruling in their little kingdom, having a great fucking time, man. It's so cool to see. I'm glad that those guys are getting to experience that. That's what the hard work that you put in, that's where you want it to pay off, is in opportunities to experience shit like that. So I'm very glad that those dudes get that.
Yeah. I was also very glad that I was super drunk when it happened. Like we had the watch party on Friday night. Like, I mean, if you can't be there, that was the next best option, I guess.
Sure.
We had like a watch party on Friday night for Red Sox Yankees. Game ended. We saw 699 live. They had that on the TV. And I mean, honestly, I don't know, because that was also an Apple TV game, right?
Yes.
So yeah, Red Sox Yankees was Apple TV, and I think they just left Apple TV on, and it went from Red Sox Yankees to Cardinals Dodgers. So we just kind of like lucked out where everyone was kind of drunk, and then Albert came up and he fucking hit 700. The whole bar went nuts. It was like, it wasn't like being there, but it was very cool to be in a crowd of you're with baseball fans.
There's a great shot of Giants players.
Yeah. Longo, Crawford.
See that?
Yeah.
Watching it happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
they were in Arizona, I think.
Like, dude, like all those dudes, like Albert's like your fucking uncle, man. He's like your big brother. Like he's almost like that father figure in the game, right? He's all of that wrapped in one. Even if you've never met him or played against him, like it feels that way.
Yeah. I don't know if I still have the quote somewhere, but I had it pulled up. He said, I don't have it, but I'm paraphrasing. He said something along the lines of like, it was special that he did it at Dodger Stadium, like where he like found his love for the game again. Basically saying like, fuck my experience with the Angels.
That's so good.
I wanted to run this by both of you. See if you can come together on this one. There are 15 current big league managers who appeared in at least one game with Albert Pujols as a player. Can you name them?
Matheny, Cora, Dave Roberts.
Yeah,
Cora,
Matheny, Cora, Dave Roberts, Bob
Matheny. No Bomel.
Nope, no Bomel.
No Bomel.
Kevin Cash.
Sure, Albert
Kevin
was in there in
Cash.
2000. Gabe Kapler.
Gabe Kapler.
Boone.
Aaron Boone.
Yeah. Who else in the?
You said Kotze, right?
Kotze.
Mark Kotze.
I just said Kotze.
Kotze.
Not Scott Service.
Yes.
Scott Service too.
Yep.
Yeah.
July 25th, 2001.
So fucking very early for Albert.
Yeah.
Very late for Scott Service, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
David Ross.
AJ
Yes,
Hinch.
David Ross. David Ross, AJ Hinch, 2002.
Maybe I'll pull up the team so I'm just fucking.
Mm. Yeah, there's- I think, what do you need? 4 more?
Rocco.
No Rocco.
No Rocco.
No Rocco. Did not play in a game together.
Wow. Phil Nevin.
Phil Nevin, 2006.
Craig Counsell.
Craig Counsell, September 7th, 2011.
How many left?
Did
I mean, I didn't just clean that up.
you say Dave Roberts?
I said Dave Roberts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it looks like there's one more. No, there's
Fuck.
2 more. There's 2 more. That's 3 more. Sorry, there's 3 more.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Jesus.
There's 3 more. There's 3 more. One of them is going to be pretty tough to get, I think.
Well, just tell us.
The really hard one, Miguel Cairo. Because I didn't even know
okay.
that he took over for Tony La Russa.
Yeah.
I had no idea that happened. Congratulations to Miguel Cairo. I did not realize that. Dave Martinez, August 2nd, 2001. That was also very early. Cairo, Dave Martinez, and David Bell.
David Bell. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Alex Meyer for that on Twitter. Alex Meyer 34. He's with he does the Mariners stats. Good follow. Good follow if you're a fan of America's team. Great follow.
Yeah, it is crazy just going back to Albert Pujols' first team. Mark McGwire. Just playing first base.
Yeah.
Matheny. Matheny was catching.
I mean, Albert Pujols was playing baseball pre 9/11. So that's like a completely different world. Like if you were in the big leagues before 9/11, it's like you know a world that's just not the world that we live in today. He was playing in the big leagues at that point. So congratulations, Albert Pujols on 700. It was a fun ride. I think, it was another one that it was kind of how I described the Aaron Judge pursuit of 61 this year. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different because what I said about Judge was more or less that he got on that pace early and continued on that pace until he eventually got there. He's one shy. With Albert, I think in the second half, like basically you start the second half and he starts just massacring baseballs and then everyone's like 700, 700. So the pursuit of 700 became very real. And I think baseball fans were just very much along for the ride the whole way, which was really
because you
cool.
have the ending. You have the ending in sight. The ending has been written.
Yeah.
In terms of,
But he also said,
is
if
he
I
coming
don't
back?
do
Is
it,
he-
if I don't do it, I'm not coming back next year.
and
Do you
know what,
believe
Jared?
him? Do you believe him?
Well, I'm gonna do this. What I'm going to say is that was coming from an Albert Pujols at the beginning of the year who hadn't hit near the home runs that was getting him closer to 700. That didn't come from an Albert Pujols who had just hit 697 and felt all the energy. That didn't come from an Albert Pujols who could have potentially been stuck on 699.
Yeah.
That's not who it came from. So if you're telling me that Albert sits on 699 and doesn't come back, I'm sure there's probably 5 teams off the top that would just go, hey, buddy, you don't even have to show up to spring training. All right? We've got St. Louis on the schedule. Just just be ready to get 15 at-bats that series. All right? Be ready for that. Well, you're on the team. And then we'll trade you back to St. Louis. You can retire a Cardinal. Like, we don't care. Just please come back and hit 700 and fuck it. We'll even allow you to superimpose a Cardinals uniform on all the merch if you want. Like, we'll talk side deal, obviously, because we're going to need some flow for that. But by all means, let's just make this happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm glad we don't have to do that. I'm glad we don't even have to entertain that.
Yeah, me neither.
But that was part of the whole pursuit, and why it was intriguing is because 700, you're racing the clock, man. You're racing the calendar.
What if Albert Pujols goes home this offseason? He's like, well, I mean, Babe's only 14 away. I mean, I can do 14. I just did 22.
No, because then when does it stop?
It doesn't
have to.
Yeah, it doesn't have to, brother.
Then you got old fucking Henry Aaron in the sights, right?
Yeah, sure. Who cares? Yeah. Doesn't have to stop. Just like the action at DraftKings Sportsbook. An official sports betting partner of the NFL. We're talking touchdowns, big plays, and even bigger wins. New customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win and get $200 on free bets if they do. If that's not enough, everyone can boost their winnings with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Right now, for every leg that you add, you can boost your winnings up to 100%. With payouts bigger than ever, why would you bet on football anywhere else? And to make things even sweeter, you can throw down on stepped up same game parlays once per game all season long. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the promo code JARED, Jared, to get $200 in free bets if your team wins when you place a $5 bet on any football team. That is promo code JARED, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See the show notes for details. Joey, did you get to see 700 live? Were you watching live?
No.
Why the fuck not? What were you doing?
I was at the Phillies game. Then I had to go back to. I missed it by I swear to God, I got back to the hotel and then it just happened. I looked at my phone. It was like 7 minutes ago.
Jesus, dude. That's brutal.
Unbelievable.
That's brutal. Did you see it live, Dallas?
No. I was calling, like I said, we were calling the game. We didn't have Apple TV up.
They should have just interrupted the A's game to just watch all the Pujols at bats. I'm sure the people would have been pumped.
Or wait, no, it wasn't an Apple TV game, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of why we didn't have it up. Because we pulled I have my iPad up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Apple TV, brother.
Yeah, that sucks. But Jared, you owe the people. You have your betting slip, right?
Yes.
Ready to show everybody.
Yep. Yeah, I do. $10,000 on the Cleveland Guardians when I think it was plus 280.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm fucking rich. I'm rich right now. And
no, yeah, but you were gonna show the betting slip.
It's upstairs. It's upstairs. I'm downstairs.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll pause. So
Dallas
fast forward through this part while Jared goes and gets that.
No, Dallas has he's chaperoning that thing today, so he only has about an hour and change to be on the show. I can't just stop the show. So
okay, no, that's fair.
I'll get it. No, I'll get it. I'll get it.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, $10,000 on the Cleveland Guardians. What, 2-3 months ago? John Heyman with his nobody predicted this. Nobody predicted the Cleveland Guardians were gonna win the division. Fuck you, dude. Yes, I did. And all the Guardians fans that listen to this show know that I was there. They know that I was backing this team months ago. Months ago.
Idiot.
Yeah. Imagine being John Heyman going out on a limb like that, only to just be dick slapped by everyone in his mentions, being like, no, Jared did. You know, that guy that you slight all the time, you know, that guy that you hate for no fucking reason. He actually believed in the Guardians. So this tweet is
right.
incorrect.
Hey, easy, Carrabis. Heyman's not going to fuck you, bro. Quit trying to.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying that he has an axe to grind for no reason, and I've been nothing but nice to the guy.
Hey,
but nothing but nice to that piece of shit.
Can anybody tell me the last time a team clinched the division without a home run from their center fielder?
I thought you were going to say, when's the last time a team clinched the division with the youngest average age roster in baseball, and that's never happened.
So that makes the Cleveland Guardians the youngest team
to ever
clinch a division title.
Yep.
Baby guards.
Yeah. The Cleveland Guardians.
They're just mall cops right now.
They went 17-3 down the stretch, including taking 3 out of 4 from the White Sox.
That was a huge series that absolutely needed to go the other way for the White Sox.
Yeah, the White Sox needed that one.
Man.
You can say the same thing about the Twins, too, because it was like back-to-back series where they just
what was the
bitch slapped them
5-gamer,
both.
right? Yeah. Oh, God, man. That's just... You that's a prime example, and it's stating the obvious, but when you win the games you absolutely must win.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't every game a must-win game? Sure. Does each game matter the same? No, it doesn't. Does those games mean a lot more? Don't they now?
Yeah,
they do. They do. They mean a lot more now. And look, shout out to the Guardians, man. They put pressure on the opposing pitching staff.
That's right, bitch.
They don't swing and miss. I mean, they are. I believe they got the lowest strikeout rate in the league. They
get the job done.
Well, yeah, but they've got power sprinkled throughout the lineup.
Mm-hmm. No, they don't.
The Guardians?
Naylor? Joe Ram?
Right,
sprinkled. I said sprinkled.
Yeah, lightly.
Not littered.
Littered
and sprinkled. Littered and sprinkled mean two different things.
Yeah.
Littered, it's just everywhere, right? It's littered. It's everywhere. Littered.
Here's one thing. Here's one thing that I didn't like
there.
about my Guardians. All right. And you know I love my Guardians, but here's one thing I didn't like about my Guardians. You just won the division. You just ran away with the division, basically. You just ran away with it. But instead of making it about our Guardians, I feel like in the celebration, too much was being made about the White Sox. You're not about to play the White Sox in the postseason. The White Sox are not going to be there. Like, you've got to focus on the next task at hand and celebrating winning the division. But I don't know if you saw this, but Clase went live on Instagram. Did you see this, Dallas?
I did not see. Oh, God. Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey!
So there is that. There's a fuck the White Sox.
I mean, we're not totally sure where it came from, right? Like,
No, it wasn't from Clase. It was on his feed, but I don't know who said it. And then there was this. There was this.
Could have been a clubby. Could have been a clubby. Oh, no.
I mean, at some point, it's been...
Those clubbies be wilding out, man.
Let's call it 10 years. About 10 years, players have been recording, maybe less. I think the first time that I can recall was probably 2016. It was when Trevor Bauer was bringing like a fucking GoPro into the Indians clubhouse to record their post-game celebrations. So basically since 2016 is when we've had MLB players recording, which is even more dangerous when you're going live Versus like at least when Bauer first started doing it, he was doing a GoPro to like chop it up and edit and then put out after. A lot of these guys are just going on Instagram live in clubhouse celebrations, which seems ill-advised. Like I remember when the Red Sox the Red Sox won the World Series in 2018. I can't remember if it was when they won the World Series or if it was the ALCS or whatever. But like Rick Porcello did like a full-blown ass-naked cannonball into a bin of, it was supposed to like hold all the beers in it. It was like an ice bucket, and his just penis was on the internet. So I don't know at what point teams are like, hey, maybe we should just like have like a no live rule. Like we can record stuff if we want, but let's sift through the footage before we put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine? I mean, thank God Porcello doesn't have to defend, a naked shot of himself climbing out of an ice bucket. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, hey, what the fuck? You don't.
It's really cold in there.
It's an ice bucket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, ill-advised.
Fuck the White Sox. I don't know. I mean, I love my Guardians. I'm glad that we got there. No one believed in us, but you got to turn the page. You can't be. That's a loser mentality to win the division and be talking about the other team that's not going to be there. Like you should be like, fuck whoever the fuck they're who are they projected to play right now? If they're the 3 seed, then they have what, the Mariners? Yeah. Right?
Is that what it is?
The Mariners, I believe, would be the 6th seed coming into play today is that last wild card team. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. They're a half game back of Tampa Bay. So that can change. The Guardians' first round opponent could change just in between now and the next recording.
Well, congratulations to the Guardians. Like I said, they've got young arms that are absolutely ready to continue to surge, hopefully down the stretch into October. Bullpen support. The contact is what I love. I love that kind of, I'm curious to see if they're able to put enough pressure on whoever they're facing for that to matter and play out over the course of a 3-game series.
Mm-hmm.
Or does the potential power win out? That's why I said sprinkled. Yes, sprinkled.
You're going to die on
the lineup. Hill. I'm going to die on that hill. Why can't I say sprinkled? You got, like I said, you got Naylor. What's Naylor got? Tell me he's got 20 homers.
Probably 19.
19.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Like, what is
it's 19?
Where did I want to know like what's like the Cleveland Guardians like home run percentage?
They're last or second to last in homers in the league, Jared.
They are
sure.
second to last. It is.
There you
go. Their home run percentage ranks 29th out of 30 big league teams.
Yeah, they're
lightly sprinkled.
No, that's why I said Ramirez. Ramirez has he's going to hit 30. Ramirez will hit 30, and I believe fucking Andres Jimenez is close to
22nd in slugging percentage. I mean, they've got a better slugging percentage than the Tampa Bay Rays. They're a playoff team, and then it's the Royals, the Nationals, the Reds, the Marlins, the Pirates, the Athletics, and Tigers.
They got a hint of power.
You know what, Joseph? I believe sprinkled was aptly applied. You
there
dickhead.
You go. That's what I'm saying. Just a little hint. A hint of
fuck.
It's like when a hint of lime chip.
Salt Bay that power.
Hottest team right now. They're what? 16-2 the last 18 games.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hottest team is the team that wins the World Series.
Yeah.
Usually it is.
2006 Cardinals.
2021 Braves.
Well, they were a good team.
Yeah, but they had, I think, the worst record going in the playoffs. One of them.
Did they? They just started slow though.
Yeah.
By the way, the fucking, I'm calling it. The Mets are winning the NL East. There's just never any movement. Like, what the fuck?
Well, and Joey, I'll tell you right now, if the Mets win the NL East, Joey, this falls squarely upon your shoulders.
I agree.
Squarely upon your shoulders. You haven't had the balls
Right.
to lead a charge for your club.
Mm.
You haven't made waves. You've been afraid to plant your flag. You've been afraid to let the people know that the Atlanta Braves should absolutely not only be taking care of business in the NL East, will do so and will be rolling into the postseason. You've been afraid to say that.
Yeah, I've been afraid to say that, dude.
I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of the Mets, the measly little Mets, and the little measly little schedule to end the season.
Why can't you pass them then? What are you afraid of? You afraid of success?
I'm not afraid of anything. I think we will pass them.
You do. That's
Take
the first
that.
time that you've said that.
Take that.
Take that.
Dude. It's gonna come down to the 3-game series in Atlanta, I believe.
And you're gonna have to do that without Spencer Strider.
What's up? Okay, you guys both said something at the same time, and I don't know who to respond to.
I said you're gonna have to do that without Spencer Strider. Yes.
Yeah, and that's a fucking massive loss.
Yeah,
massive. I mean, he is probably the Braves' biggest X factor on the team by far. Because if you look at just the starting rotation, Charlie Morton is not pitching well recently.
I mean, the home run that he gave up to Schwarber would have been a home run in like 3 out of 30 ballparks.
He gave up 2 home runs to Schwarber.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. No, you're right, dude.
Joe just didn't want to say which one.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
He gave up the lead, I think, 3 separate times yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He's been very hot and cold. He's hot and cold within the same game. He'll give up like 1 inning, walk 3 guys, and give up a home run, and then next inning strike out the side. But hopefully for the playoffs, we're out of. Ian Anderson is done. I mean, he got sent down. Now he's hurt. I think he's out for the season. He's got the same thing as Strider with the oblique.
Mm-hmm.
You say you're afraid of the lack of pitching right now?
If we don't have Strider, I am afraid of it. That's the X factor. With Strider and without Strider is completely. I think with Strider, we have a great pitching staff. Without him, it's a lot more shaky. Then you're really relying on Morton and you're really relying on Kyle Wright, who are good. And Kyle Wright's been killing it all year, but it's kind of one of those things. It's like, how much can you trust him?
Like is Max Fried just?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. He's a shoe, and he's like, you know what you're getting with Max Fried.
Okay,
He's a Cy Young candidate.
This is maybe where Odorizzi steps up.
Well, that's. He's got to show me something. He's got to show me something. Let's just leave it at that, dude.
All right, fingers crossed for Joey and the Braves. He's obviously very confident. We've had to shut Joey up. We've actually had to mute him because the rants have been too much to handle.
Well, that's the first time I think he's ever said anything along the lines of, I think the Braves actually have a chance.
Well, if you want me to be completely honest, like the Braves' chance of winning the division, I think, unbiased, I think it's like a 50-50 shot with them and the Mets. Because I think it's going to come down to one series. We're going to be 1 game back after today.
Mm-hmm. And that was what I was going to ask you when Jared asked you his question at the same time was, are you just willing to say whoever wins that series is going to win the division? Just say that. Just say that. Just say that.
He wants to say, yeah, unless it's the Mets, then no.
Unless it's the Mets. But it's not completely dependent on that. I mean, if one team wins 2 out of 3, they're still both
Did
teams
you not just, 17 to 22 seconds ago, say something very close to, I think it all boils down to one series.
That's obviously the biggest series, but
Okay, so I'm asking you if the biggest series, which is obvious if you ask yourself, then what the fuck?
No, what Jared just said is completely right. If the Braves win that series, because dude, we can't forget, it is still the fucking Mets, and I get it, great team. They're a great team.
They're a great team. Can't forget it.
But it's the fucking Mets. I could see the Mets sweeping the series, and then choke in it with the Nationals, whoever they played.
You're hoping that somehow the Mets sweep the series and then lose out for the remainder of the season.
I was gonna say, I
can see that happening. I can see the Mets in all the way up to the. Get the fuck out of here. See, like
it's a new Mets
this
team.
is where it's. Yeah.
I think Pete Alonso,
wait.
would he break the Mets record for RBI in a single season?
Who gives a
He
fuck?
did, and it was in one swing, and it was really cool to watch because
5 ribbies.
he knew it. He knew it. Yeah, he had a fucking day. I mean, he had a series. But he knew it too. He hit it, and it was a fucking bomb, 451 feet.
Jeez.
All right. He crushed it. But he hit it fucking through the bat, double fist pump. Like, he was jazzed because he knew he just broke the record for the most RBIs in a single season in New York Mets history. Like, you're outpacing some pretty ridiculous dudes. Like, I mean, Mike Piazza, one of the most, if not the most, ridiculous offensive producing catchers. See ya. Make way for the polar bear, baby.
It was a weird weekend for the NL East because on Friday, like, the Brave season was over. The division was over. They just lost 3 in a row. They lost to the Nats. No one want to lose to the Nats. Then you lose one of the Phillies. Then you get bitch slapped by the Phillies. I saw it live. And then Strider's out for the season. That was a division right there. And then Mets turn around and lose to the A's with Jacob deGrom.
Are you worried about Strider in the postseason? Because, I mean, they're saying he's done for the regular season, but you're going to have like 2-3 weeks down and then be like, all right, I'm back.
And I'm going to tell you right now,
these games mean a lot.
Strider's oblique. What
are you about to say, Dallas?
I don't want.
What are you about to say?
I don't want that getting fucked with. Like,
right.
I don't want to see that get rushed.
Right.
Because I do think with an off season ahead of him, it's something he'll be able to bounce back from. It's something that's going to be fine. But I would hate to see it get aggravated and irritated to the point where it starts to do him and the team a detriment. I don't want to see that happen.
Right.
So, like, rushing him back and deal, I don't know, but it's all about, the severity of the injury. And that's me just like being overly cautious and wanting a guy to be healthy, to be able to pitch.
And hey, fuck, who knows? I mean, hopefully this is them being overly cautious because when it first happened, it was like, we're going to rest him a start. It's not even a big deal. He probably doesn't even need a rest. We're just going to give it to him to be cautious. Apparently it got a little worse, but who knows what it really is? Who knows?
He'll be all hopped up on the Toradol.
Give him a Toradol.
Yeah.
Except he's vegan. He might be one of those guys who's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Toradol. I could give you an inning or two on Toradol.
You think so?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, you give me Toradol, I've absolutely got 2 ups and downs in me.
Yeah, that's just the real deal.
Fuck yeah.
We should do that for one pod, the Toradol pod, all 3 of us.
Just take it.
Just get a shot of Toradol. I'm telling you right now, the fucking flush. Oh.
The what now?
Oh, hit me, baby. God, fucking
is there ever like a point where it's unhealthy to take too much of it, like in an X amount of day span?
Sure. Like say if you had to take it twice a week for a season, that's probably too much.
So you've done that?
Considering they tell the football players only one of these a week, all right? You get it right before the game.
That's it.
Yeah. NFL, it's called the T train.
Is it instant pain relief?
It's not instant. And it's not necessarily pain relief. It's like pain masking, I guess, if you will. But yeah, like there's just a flush that you feel like when it sets in, you're just like, yeah, there she is. All right, there we go. It's like you can wait. It's like you're starting a car.
Yeah.
Oh, there she goes. There she goes.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Feels good.
Interesting. All right, well, that's something to keep an eye on. Spencer Strider and the Atlanta Braves. They are 1.5 games back of the New York Mets going into the home stretch here. Aaron Judge went homerless against the Red Sox. I don't know what the DraftKings Sportsbooks odds were going into Thursday of, like, if you could bet Aaron Judge not hitting a home run in a 4-game series against the Red Sox, that had to have been like plus 10,000.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. I know that's got to be a badge of honor, but that's not the last time you guys are going to hook up, right?
No, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yep, done.
So it didn't happen against the Red Sox.
Correct.
You like that?
And it won't. I mean, I don't care. I think it...
As a fan, are you glad that it's not the Yankees just absolutely throttling you for that record being broken in your ballpark?
I'm going to use
because
I'm
there's
gonna
a
use
lot
a
of different
comparison.
ways you could go.
Well, they were at Yankee Stadium. Here's the comparison that I would use here. If Aaron Judge hit that home run, if the ball that he hit off of Matt Barnes on Thursday actually went over the fence, I think it was supposed to be like a home run in however, like 13 ballparks or whatever. If that was actually a home run and he hit 61 against the Red Sox, I genuinely would not have cared. Like, I would have been like, that's convenient for me because I like to put the Red Sox on the big TV, but I also want to see 61. So if they're playing each other, then I don't have to like switch back and forth and like try and catch it. I would just be watching it. So it's convenient for me. I don't give a fuck if it's against the Red Sox because they've been eliminated from postseason contention since the All-Star break. What would piss me off is people trying to rub it in my face, something that doesn't actually bother me. Like, it bothers me that you think that it bothers me. The comparison would be when people are like, hey, you're 5'6". I'm like, well, I'm not. Like, I'm not bothered by the fact that you're saying I'm 5'6" because I'm 6'1". Like, why would you say that someone who's 6'1" is 5'6"? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you try and rub it why would you try and rub Aaron Judge's home run in the face of someone that doesn't care that he hit this home run against the Red Sox? Like, I'm happy that I saw it. So,
well, you know what? I'm glad that me asking that allowed you to share with everybody just how much you do care about this home run. All right?
I don't, because I mean, I'm still.
I don't care.
I care about the home run.
Tell me more.
Yes, I care about the home run. I don't care who it's against. If it was against the Red Sox, that wouldn't have like been like, oh fuck, not against my favorite baseball team. Like, who fucking cares? It would have been against some slapdick reliever that's not going to be on the team next year. Who fucking cares?
Some of the Red Sox pitchers seem to care. Little chicken buck.
No.
That's what some are saying.
Nick Pivetta has given up 2 home runs. He's faced the Yankees, I think, 5 times this year, and he's given up 2 home runs in each start. And his first at bat to Aaron Judge, all fastballs, all of them.
Yeah, that was a dope at bat.
Yeah, and then he walked him later in the outing, and when it was ball 4, he was like, "Fuck!" You could audibly hear him say "fuck." So, yeah, Red Sox aren't scared. Dallas,
you
gotta
could tell
go.
he planned that.
Yeah. All right, boys, I gotta go.
All right,
Chaperone City.
it's been real. See ya. No, Aaron Judge got his fair share of opportunities and he choked them away. And listen, I'm sure he would have loved to have hit it at Yankee Stadium. It's just not going to happen. It's just
happen.
I mean, you don't think he's going to hit a home run in Toronto?
Who knows, man? I mean, he could hit 1 in Toronto. He's still got to hit 2 to break the record.
Yeah, but people want to see 61. Let's see. What's the Yankees schedule? The Yankees schedule, they've got 3. They're playing 3 through Wednesday against the Blue Jays in Toronto. And then they come back home this weekend. So they're off on Thursday. Then they've got the Orioles this weekend. And this weekend is their last 3 home games. So I guess he could break it against Toronto or in Toronto, and then he's got this weekend to break the record at Yankee Stadium.
Or he never hits another home run all season. I mean, when do you start getting? When do you think the Aaron Judge choke artist narrative starts?
I think it's already started, Joe.
Maybe in Red Sox world.
No, I mean, Red Sox fans are probably his biggest supporters because he's one of us. I think we've been one of his biggest supporters. At least I have been. And that's kind of undeniable. I've been on the Aaron Judge train all year. But I feel like there are some murmurs, some rumblings that maybe the pressure is getting to him. I don't think the pressure is getting to him. What I think is weird, though, and they pointed this out on the ESPN Sunday Night Baseball broadcast, was that the Yankees are treating him like he's throwing a perfect game. Like when you look at him in the dugout, there was like no one around him. Like he was sitting on the bench by himself. Like people were like, that's weird. Like you guys, like Aaron Judge, like the pressure is not getting to Aaron Judge, but his teammates. This could also create a terrible environment in the clubhouse going into the postseason. His teammates are making it difficult on him by isolating him. Like he's on an island by himself. He's not feeling the support of his teammates right now. Every time they cut to him in the dugout, he's just sitting in there by himself. And that like he's like the team leader and you're isolating your team leader.
Not good, man.
Not good at all, dude.
It's tearing the Yankees apart. They're only won, 6 in a row through this stretch?
I mean, they played the Red Sox. And they barely beat them in most of those games. Like they needed a 6-inning rain out to win one of the games. I mean, like the Red Sox basically, like if the Red Sox had a lead after like 6 or 7 or it was tied, like that's basically a win. So the Red Sox took like 3 out of 4 in that series.
Yeah, that was 4. That was did they sweep them?
They could have, yeah. Yeah, there was like one game that the Yankees legit won in that series. But yeah, I think people just need to get off Aaron Judge's dick. Like that meme that everyone tweets at Ben Verlander about Shohei, like the dick eating too crazy. People are doing that too much for Aaron Judge right now.
He doesn't deserve.
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but like when it was Friday night, Apple TV, they did like a 45-minute Aaron Judge montage before that game. Saturday's game was on Fox. They did another 45-minute montage about Aaron Judge. And then Sunday was Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. And then they literally had Aaron Judge. I think they showed Aaron Judge more than they showed the game. And I get it. The Yankees have already clinched. The Red Sox are irrelevant. So like people only care about Aaron Judge's pursuit of 61. I get it.
Well, it's the biggest story in baseball, arguably sports. What the fuck do you want?
I don't think it's bigger than
about?
Pujols. That's my take.
Really?
Yep.
You don't think it's getting more attention?
I think it's getting more attention, but I mean, as someone who tweets highlights on Twitter, the Pujols homers get way more traction than the Judge homers.
Okay, but if you want, what the Pujols homers leading up to it or his 700th one?
Leading up to it. Like once he got to like 690, those homers got way more traction than the Judge homers.
Interesting, but also that probably has something to do with the Yankees fans not really following you or wanting to like your tweets.
Oh, I probably have the largest following of Yankee fans on Twitter.
Yeah, but they're not liking your tweets, dog.
I don't know if they like my tweets or not, but I mean, that's why it's so easy. Like when I argue with Yankee fans on Twitter and they're like, damn, you just ratioed Carrabis. It's like, yeah, that's because if you tweet something and then someone replies to it and then I reply to you, only the people that follow us can see this. And it's only Yankee fans. Of course, you're going to get more support. They don't know how Twitter works, Joe.
No, because they're not. You're the Twitter. What's
Tribal
your bio
chief
again? You're the fucking tribal chief.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
What do you expect, dude?
But I mean, come on. The Aaron Judge thing is way bigger than the Pujols thing. I mean,
yeah,
ESPN's cutting everything they have. Like college football all weekend was like they would just put dual screens on.
This just reminds me of it's Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, and I know that you're a big wrestling fan, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But the example here is that the people wanted Daniel Bryan in the main event of WrestleMania. The company, WWE, they were like, no, fuck this guy. Like, whatever. Like, yeah, that's a nice little story. But the people would chant for Daniel Bryan. They wanted Daniel Bryan. And the company was like, no. You guys want Roman Reigns. You guys want Roman Reigns. Look at him. He's big and he's strong and he's got the look. That's the guy that you want. And because of that, everyone resented him and they booed him because they wanted Daniel Bryan. I feel like that could be, there's a lot of that there too, where, Aaron Judge, very marketable. Not that Albert Pujols isn't. He is. But he's also 58 years old. But I think like it's the Yankees. He's 6'7". His name is Aaron Judge. The gavel thing. Do you get it?
Mm.
I think the machine wants you to care more about Aaron Judge than Albert Pujols.
Dude.
But the people are telling you that they care more about Albert Pujols.
And the irony in that statement is hilarious. It's Albert Pujols is the machine, but
Yeah.
I mean, just being the Yankees player, I mean, Aaron Judge really is like the MLB's poster child, like the prodigy, the son. They want to raise up to the roof more than anyone. I mean, you can see with the MVP voting odds since like August, way before, like even before Aaron Judge has gone on this crazy run.
They want Aaron Judge.
They need Aaron Judge.
They need Aaron Judge. It was very funny. It was very funny seeing all the people complain that they were cutting into college football games to show Aaron Judge at bats. They're like, we don't care about baseball. We like football. We like football. We like them concussions. You're way better. That's what college football fans were saying.
I saw a lot of backlash on that though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they were pretty pissed.
No, but I saw a lot of people being like, why do you get like... Because I saw Barstool tweet that.
They tweeted what? They were pissed about?
Tweeted out. Yeah, they tweeted out like, we want to watch football, like a screenshot.
Oh.
And then I was like in the...
Like the main account tweeted that or people at Barstool? Oh.
Yeah, the main account. And I was looking at the replies. But it was like most of the replies were like, what the fuck are you talking about? You could watch both.
Yeah.
I think it's obviously like as a big baseball fan, I'm biased, but I can't imagine not. Like it's cool to see both, just one at bat. Like I can't see why that would really take away from anything.
Like I'm trying to think, because I mean these are regular season games. Like it's not like the fucking playoffs or anything. If I were watching the Red Sox, I guess this is a bad example. Maybe I'll use Aaron Rodgers as an example because I think it would make sense if it were Tom Brady. If I'm watching the Red Sox and Aaron Rodgers was going for like the single season touchdown record and they broke in because he was in the red zone, would I be pissed about that? I'd be like, like I'm semi interested in keeping up with this. Like seeing history is cool, like in any sport. Like there's plenty of sports that I just don't give a fuck about. But like if I happen to throw on the game where they win the championship, like that's cool. Like I care about any sort of like record or championship or whatever. I don't think that would bother me, even if I genuinely don't care about the outcome of the game or the sport. Really, I'd be like, yeah, all right, cool. Football fans are weird. It's very culty. It's very culty. Not that like it's not like that with baseball fans. Like I feel like baseball fans also, I think they can at least people that love baseball can respect and appreciate other sports. Like there's a reason why. If you talk to MLB players, they have like a bunch of fantasy football teams. Like we have a fantasy football team in our clubhouse. I have a fantasy football team with my friends back home and like whatever family fantasy football. Like there's not football players with fantasy baseball teams. There's
That's
just
a
not.
whole different thing. Keeping up with fantasy baseball is way harder.
Yeah.
That's a fucking 162, bro.
Yeah, I feel like baseball people are way more like open to embracing other sports than I guess like football fans are. They're like, no, we only like football. That's all we like now. They're football now.
It's funny when they do that and they cut over during these games to do the Aaron Judge. It's not like they just like, okay, Aaron Judge. They put
They
the
just
screen.
go
They do
full
like a
screen Aaron Judge and put the fucking football game in a little tiny ass screen in the corner. It's like, oh man.
Oh, but they put like a graphic up that kicks the whole screen up for like 3 seconds. You're not seeing Aaron Judge, the live feed or a football game. You're seeing like a big like 61 in his face, and it like ruins the play.
Football fans are so insecure. That's why I don't like football fans. Because anytime that I tweet baseball during baseball season on a Sunday, All the people that tweet me being like, it's football season, dude. Football. Like, if you were to look at, if we were talking about the sports competing against each other and there were a way to show a scoreboard, football is blowing every other sport out of the water. Like, if you're winning that big, why would you like feel it necessary to just kick the other teams while they're that? If the score was 98-3, like, are you really talking shit and like slam dunking in their faces and be like, fuck you, you bitch pussy? Like, no, like you're up 98-3. Like, I don't get it. So when I'm in my little corner of the internet tweeting baseball clips because it's baseball season and I'm a baseball guy, why as a football fan are you then like, dude, shut the fuck up, football's on? Like, do you really need me to quiet down so that more people can pay attention to football? Or do you think like maybe you're all set? Like, you guys are good. You guys have enough attention, and maybe let me try and like get more eyeballs on baseball because we need that as a sport.
I'm gonna start doing that every time a football highlight comes on.
Just be like, shut the fuck up, dude.
The Braves are on.
Yeah.
Braves playing the Phillies.
Yeah.
Divisional game. Don't care.
Yeah. Michael Harris is up, dude. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start tweeting at random NFL Twitter accounts. At Bengals. Shut the fuck up, dude. Marcelo Meyer just went 3 for 4 for the Sea Dogs. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. And I can't remember if I've said this on the show before. But this year in particular, I've noticed that the percentage of replies that I get that just don't understand my like sarcasm or like tongue in cheek or satire tweets has gone up like 3x.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Like, there used to be like the replies used to be a bunch of people that were like in on the joke, think it's funny and like play along. And then this year, it's almost like no one understands what satire is. Like, no one understands what tongue in cheek is. And I don't know where the turn happened, but people just, it's almost like I'm new to the internet and people are just discovering me and they're like, wait, is this guy serious? This guy's actually saying this and he means it, when it couldn't be more obvious that I don't mean it.
That's weird. That's
super weird.
Sounds like an algorithm thing.
I don't know
Who they're showing the tweets to or why. I don't know.
I have no idea. But this year, more than any other year, I feel like the percentage of people who respond to my tweets are just like discovering me for the first time and have no idea like what my internet shtick is. And it's very confusing.
That's good. You're getting exposed to a new audience, man.
Yeah, a bunch of dumb fucks. Bunch of dumb fucking idiots. Every time I tweet, I'm reminded how ridiculous it is that my vote counts as much as certain people's votes on the internet. It's like, this guy is actually a dumb fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And his vote for whatever counts as much as mine. It's crazy. It's crazy. Not as crazy as choosing any other beer but Blue Moon.
Ooh, I just had one.
Did you?
Crushed one at the Phillies game.
Did you could you taste the coriander?
First thing I noticed.
Yeah. Yeah. Baseball and beer go hand in hand, and Blue Moon is the perfect playoffs companion with its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, iconic orange slice ritual, and authentic ballpark roots. In fact, Blue Moon was born in a ballpark at the Sandlot Brewery in Denver, Colorado. From a playoff berth to a world championship, a Blue Moon guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer experience every single time. Joe, you were drinking some Blue Moons at the Phillies game?
Yep.
What inning
one.
did you go for it?
I think I got it in the third inning.
Third inning. So it was kind of early.
Oh, yeah.
Did you, you said you only had one. Why is that? You just didn't want to get up again, or what was the deal?
So all you really need is one, man.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah, that's fucking think about it. Delete that.
Yeah.
I was gonna get sick, so I had to drive. So I had to keep it light.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, we had several pictures of Blue Moon at the watch party on Friday. I wish you came. It was a good time. Next time, let's do a watch party in Atlanta for the Braves. Let's see if Blue Moon will.
Look,
come on board
watching you watch the Albert Pujols home run while you're on your phone, not really engaged with everyone else, just worried about getting the highlights out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's called getting the fucking job done, dude. If you watch the beginning of that video, he hits the home run. You can see my right hand is going nuts, but Pat Light is 6'6". So he is completely blocking me. You can only see my right arm, but I am jumping up and down. I'm like holding onto his shoulder to like basically do pull-ups on his shoulder. And then after like he's rounding the bases, I'm obviously drafting my tweet because I know as a Twitter content guy, if you ain't first, you're last. So I'm ready to fire off that Albert Pujols tweet. And I'm pretty sure I was the first one to do it. And lo and behold, 4,935 retweets, 23.6 thousand likes.
Woo!
Yeah. And that was with a Blue Moon in hand.
Couldn't have done it without it.
Couldn't have done it without the Blue Moon. From its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel for a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander. Blue Moon Belgian White is one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Why strike out with the same old beer when you get something that's one of a kind? Best served with a signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful hazy color. A beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon, but you can enjoy it all season long. Break out of your same old beer slump. Blue Moon Belgian White is one of a kind every time. Get Blue Moon Belgian White delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/rocket to see your delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/rocket. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado Ale. Okay. Do you think Aaron Judge hits 61 in Toronto? Yes or no?
Yes.
You think he hits 62 in Toronto?
No.
I think I saw the graphic for like the pitchers that he's facing in this series, and I think he's homered off of all of them. I think he actually has like 3 homers off Gausman.
Yeah, I just think it's such a, I don't know. It's just, I wouldn't look too much into that. I would go off the gut feeling. I mean, he can hit a home run off anyone at any time.
Mm-hmm.
I think they want him to do it at home. I think he's going to do it at home.
You think the league is conspiring?
No, I just think the universe is conspiring.
The universe is conspiring. Well, if the universe is conspiring, then why didn't he do it against the Red Sox?
Because God's a Red Sox fan.
Oh, okay.
I thought you of all people should know that.
That's true. That's facts, dude. I do know that, but I didn't know if everyone else knew that. I feel like a lot of people would kind of be like God truthers and be like, no, there's no way that he's a Red Sox fan. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, maybe he doesn't hit another one if he's really a Red Sox fan. If God is a Red Sox fan, Aaron Judge, and part of me wants to just see that him hit no home runs for the rest of the year.
But what the kicker there is that Judge is a Red Sox fan. So if God's a Red Sox fan, does he allow the Red Sox fan to tie and break the record? But he's a Yankee, so it's like, oh, I don't know.
See, that's, and God works in mysterious ways. That's
he
another
really
thing.
does. Mm-hmm.
So it's just really going to be tough. That's why these are so hard to predict.
Right.
So the truth is, I don't know when he's going to hit it or if he hits it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that like the Braves not being in first place is God working in mysterious ways as well?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Right.
Because we're going to win the division in the way that makes it the saddest thing possible for the measly Mets.
Right.
Where it's like, that's why I wouldn't be surprised if the Mets sweep us and they still lose somehow.
Yeah. I would venture to guess that Christianity is more popularized in Braves country than in yeah. There's definitely more God guys rooting for the Braves than there are the Mets.
A lot of God guys on the Braves.
Yeah. So we'll see. After all, I mean, the Braves did come from Boston, so it would make sense if God also had a soft spot for the Braves. The Yankees are considering designating Aroldis Chapman for assignment. Did you see this?
I have seen this.
The New York Yankees are, quote, at least contemplating designating left-handed reliever Aroldis Chapman for assignment, according to Joel Sherman of the New York Post. The Yankees' decision boils down to whether or not they think Chapman's mechanical woes can be corrected over the next week, and then if they'd be willing to carry him on their postseason roster. Sherman also suggests that the Yankees have no plan to bring Chapman, an impending free agent, back for next season. Well, he sucks. So it wouldn't surprise me if you're not gonna have him on the postseason roster. You might as well, I guess, designate him for assignment. But I mean, you've got what, 2 weeks left in the season? A week and a half? How much is left in the season? 10 days? Yeah, it's a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You've got roughly, we're almost in single digits games remaining for these teams. I feel like that's a no-brainer. First of all, he's a piece of shit. So do you think this is it? That's more like the question. It's not whether or not the Yankees are gonna. Do you think some team's gonna pick him up next year?
100%. 100%. I mean, I think I'm just looking at his baseball savant page.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, I was looking at the wrong number, so it's not as good as I thought. Yeah, the numbers aren't great.
Right.
But I think a lot of that has to do with his mechanics, and he was just walking a lot of guys and just kind of falling apart, which is he's done throughout his career for short periods of time. Like, it's not like he's throwing 10 miles per hour slower or he's coming off some crazy injury. I'm sure a lot of teams look at him as a guy that they can fix, or at least worth trying to fix.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the most dominant relievers of all time.
Yeah. Also, like, the PR stuff, I feel like is overblown. At least I don't feel that way, but I notice, like, I would not want my team to sign Aroldis Chapman. I just wouldn't. But I know that doesn't matter because, like, look no further than Ozuna from the Braves. Like, when this dude got arrested for domestic violence, I remember seeing all the tweets from Braves fans being like, I don't fuck this guy. I don't want him back on my team. Like, he can't show face ever again. And then he came back and no one cares now. I mean, I'm sure people care. Like, I'm sure that Braves fans still aren't fond of the guy, but there's no protests. There's no people. No one that felt that way at the time just stopped watching the Braves because Marcell Ozuna came back to the Braves. I'm sure it's like, yeah, that rubs me the wrong way. I really wish he wasn't here. I wish they could move on from him. But no one was like, you know what? I'm putting my fucking hand down. I'm not watching the Braves anymore. I don't think anyone did that. So will there be people in the fan base of whatever team ends up with Aroldis Chapman next year that's like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, we're signing this asshole? Yeah, I'm sure there will be a lot of that. But will those people stop watching the team because of it? No.
And very few, because that happened so long ago.
Yeah.
The incident with his wife.
It's also just like, you hate to have to, like, it puts the fans in a tough spot because then, like, people are like, oh, you really support this guy? Like, don't you just want, like, a team where you can just, like, root for everyone? Like, you don't feel bad. What if you sign Aroldis Chapman, your team goes to the World Series, and it's like he's trying to close out Game 7 of the World Series, and it's like, well, I feel weird rooting for this guy because he's a fucking asshole. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't like that.
I know, exactly. I mean, that's the same thing as me, who's like the Redskins their whole life, and likes the Braves with the chop and shit. It's like, you know, wherever you stand on that, it's like at some point you're just like, all right, change it so you don't have to keep talking about this all the time.
Right.
And I have to be like a bad, immoral person from getting hyped up for my team. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it makes you look bad. So it's like, just fucking get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look if you like the Browns right now, that would fucking suck to like the Browns.
Why? Who's on the Browns?
The quarterback.
Oh, Deshaun Watkins. Is that his name?
Yeah. Deshaun Watkins.
Is he suspended right now or is he playing?
Yeah, he's suspended, but he's going to come back. They just signed him to like a massive fucking deal. Dude, if I was a Browns fan, I'd be like, you serious?
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Like, you can't even make a tweet like without
right.
Can't even root for your own quarterback publicly.
Right.
Without getting backlash. Like, it's a shit position to be in.
Yeah, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And yeah.
But I mean, who is Clay Holmes closing for the Yankees right now?
Kinda. I mean, they've attempted to put him there.
I feel like their bullpen is they got questions in general. It's not like they have like all these other guys who are so much better than Aroldis Chapman.
They brought back Zach Britton. He just came back from injury. Clay Holmes is physically present. Lou Trevino. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the bullpen is going to be their undoing in the postseason. Oh, and also their offense is like, that's what happens in every Yankee postseason run. They always have these like monster offenses and then they get to the postseason and they don't hit. So we'll see. See what happens with them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be very confident as a Yankees fan, but who knows? I mean, look, we saw them earlier in the season. They were the best team by far in baseball for the first 3 months.
By far.
Who's to say that can't happen again?
Could happen.
It's unlikely, but it's definitely possible.
Could happen. America's team, the Seattle Mariners, have signed Luis Castillo to a 5-year, $108 million extension with an option. Here's how it breaks down. 5 years, $108 million from 2023 to 2027, plus a 2028 vesting option. $7 million signing bonus due within 60 days of the contract's approval. He will make $10 million next year, which seems kind of light. And then from 2024 to 2027, he will make $22.75 million annually. And then the vesting option for 2028 is $25 million. So this 2028 conditional option, Seattle receives a $5 million club option for 2028 if Castillo is on the injured list in 2025 through 2027 for more than 130 consecutive days due to Tommy John surgery or an operation stemming from damage to the ligament. The 28 vesting option, if conditional option specifications are not met, the option is guaranteed at $25 million. If A, Castillo pitches at least 180 innings in 2027, and B, an independent surgeon determines Castillo does not have an injury causing him to start the 2028 season on the injured list. Okay. He has full no trade protection from 23 to 25, a $1 million assignment bonus with trade thereafter. He gets $500K for Cy Young, $250 for second place through fifth place, $100K for World Series MVP, $100K for the reliever of the year, $50K for Gold Glove, which is stupid. Why the fuck would any team incentivize a pitcher for the Gold Glove award?
Or reliever of the year.
Yeah.
He's a fucking starter.
That is great. I just skimmed right over that. $50K for a Gold Glove. That, like, you know how many like fucking like interns that work for a Major League Baseball team probably make like $15K a year total, and then they're like, you're gonna give this guy $50,000 for a Gold Glove award, but you can't give me at least $30K a year on a salary to do what I do for 90 hours a week. That's crazy. All-star election, LCS MVP, and then he gets $25K for an all-star selection. So you're telling me that the Seattle Mariners place twice as much value on the Gold Glove award for a pitcher as they do for a pitcher making the all-star team?
That makes no sense at all.
If you win the Gold Glove, we'll give you $50K. But if you make the all-star team, we'll give you $25.
Yeah, I don't really understand incentives in general.
I mean, like you want to incentivize players to like for a hitter, it's like, yeah, MVP, Silver Slugger, batting title, World Series MVP, like all that shit. Like that's great to have those incentives. But for a pitcher, like Luis Castillo's incentives are $50K for Gold Glove and $100K for the reliever of the year. It's crazy.
That's so weird. I wonder how that got negotiated. Whose idea was that? Just throw in the reliever shit.
I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I know his agent.
So how long is it? How many years is the deal?
It's through 27. So 5.
5 years. Yeah, Mariners are locking people up, man. They want to be America's team. They want to be America's team for a while.
And they will be. They will be. I'm excited for them to get into the postseason. I need them to have a home playoff game. And I've heard from Mariners fans that listen to this podcast. Shout out to all the Mariners fans that listen to Baseball is Dead. I want to do something special for Mariners fans if and when they get a home playoff game. But they have to get that top wildcard spot. Aren't they like pretty bunched up right now? Like that's not out of the realm of possibility. Like no one is gonna like whoever like it's either gonna be the Braves or the Mets. Whoever loses the NL East race is going to have the top wildcard spot in the National League. But in the American League, it's you have the Blue Jays who have a 2-game lead on Tampa, who has a half-game lead on Seattle.
So Seattle's 2.5 games back from getting that home game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have 2 teams to pass, though.
Yeah. And I'm assuming, the Mariners are definitely not going to play either.
But also at the same time, if you're Seattle, wouldn't you rather just get last place and have to play Cleveland? You know, you want to get a home game, I guess, but even a home game and then you have to play Toronto or Tampa Bay. You much rather play Cleveland on the road.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that they're afraid of Tampa, though.
Come on, dog. I'm not saying they're afraid of anybody. I would never say that about America's team, but who would you rather play? Tampa at home or Cleveland on the road?
I mean, what Rays starter scares you? Like McClanahan's coming back from injury.
But it's always like that with the Rays. It's like nothing about I'm not going to go player by player on the roster, but to me, it's still the Rays.
Yeah, but then they got dusted. They won 100 games last year, got dusted by the Red Sox.
The Red Sox are an amazing team. That's God's team.
That's God's team. Right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
But also you're comparing them to the Guardians. No disrespect to the Guardians.
You are disrespecting the Guardians.
I'm disrespecting them on purpose.
You're spitting in the face of the Cleveland Guardians. You're saying that Tristan McKenzie won't slice and dice. Of course he will. And then they've got a lot of power sprinkled in too, apparently.
They got a hint of power.
Yeah, they got a hint of power.
But fuck, dude,
They're not last.
Clanahan,
They're not last.
Your guy coming out. I mean, you're the one talking shit about the Rays starting rotation when they got.
I don't think Glasnow is going to start.
Really?
Not to come back from fucking TJ. He hasn't pitched since last June, whatever the fuck it was.
He pitched last week in the minors, man.
I mean, he's been dominating in the minors.
And
I'm talking
pitching
like
on Wednesday.
Yeah,
They say he's pitching 45 pitches.
Shane Baz is clipped. He ain't coming back.
He hasn't pitched all year, right?
Nope. He won't pitch all year.
That's
next
very
year.
interesting. That's very interesting. How do you think they're going to use Glasnow for the playoffs? Opener
or piggyback. Number 2 out of the chute. Give you 3 innings, maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah, they just have so many guys with just ERAs that are like low. I mean,
They're a good team. They're a good team. All right. If you were to ask me, if I'm the Seattle Mariners, which team would I rather play? You're going to face you're going to face either the Rays. Let's just say it's between the Rays and the Guardians. Like, you're going to be on the road regardless. I guess you're telling me that it would be easier to play the Guardians. Like, I've been to a playoff game in Cleveland. It's fucking loud. There's going to be no one at that Rays game.
It's not about the crowd though, bro. Like that only has so much impact.
It has a lot of impact. Ask the Red Sox and fucking David Price. 2016, they were supposed to roll in there and just kick the shit out of the Indians, and that's just not how it went. They got swept. And that crowd there is loud. I'm telling you, like, out of all the playoff games that I've been to, and I've been to like road playoff games, the Cleveland home crowd was probably the second loudest.
Mm. It is interesting to see because home field advantage in that 3-game series is way more important than home field advantage in like a 7-game series where you're playing at most one more home game. In a 3-game series, every single game is at home for one team. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like home field advantage is definitely way more important in a wild card series because every single game is in one park.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at the Rays starting rotation. There's 4 starters, according to Baseball Reference. McClanahan, 2.5 ERA. Drew Rasmussen, 2.8 ERA. Jeffrey Springs, 2.5 ERA. And then Kluber with like a 4.3. But those top 3 guys, I know they're not like household fucking names, but that's probably because they're on the Rays.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
These are dominant guys. I'm just saying, like, if you really want America's team to thrive and you want to see them play home games, and I'm right with you, I want to see because I know it gets so lit there. I think you play it smart and stay in that 3rd spot and not try to get a home field and have to play the Rays or the Blue Jays and just say, hey, we'll play the Guardians.
I mean, maybe that's what they're doing because they've lost 7 of 10.
That was a smart move.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
The Guardians don't scare me, man. I mean, I respect what the Guardians have done, and they really to just bitch slap the White Sox and the Twins back to back, end their seasons like they did, like respect. And they're hot as fuck, 16-2 the last 18. But just remember, I mean, going into the season, the Rays were like the Guardians were like a laughing stock. Like they were just like one of the examples of a tanking team.
Yeah, like they were the team that everyone pointed to when they were like, see, we need a salary floor. We don't need a salary cap. We need a salary floor. Look at this joke of a fucking team. They were comparing Max Scherzer's single season salary to the entire team payroll of the Cleveland Guardians, being like, this is what's wrong with baseball. And then they won the division. Albeit the worst division in the league, maybe in all of baseball. Probably in all of baseball, right?
All baseball history.
Yeah, that division, yeah, it's definitely the worst division in baseball, but they still won it.
Their team payroll is $30 million less than the Royals.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. It's basically, it's 50 million less than the fucking Reds.
And the Reds sold off everything that they had. Everything that they had.
How do the Reds payroll without so much money? Oh, okay. It's, I guess, I don't know. This makes no sense to me. I guess because of Votto's contract.
I was going to say, who else is making money on that team besides Votto?
Yeah, look, their 26-man roster, their payroll for the Reds is $23 million.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's their 26-man roster. But 22 overall is $115 million.
Are they paying parts of other people's salaries that they traded away?
They must be.
That's weird. Because sounds like the people that they traded away weren't making, like, they didn't trade away any terrible contracts.
Well, I guess, the Votto doesn't count for that because he's on the injured list, so he doesn't count for the 26.
Winker's not making big money. Suarez, I don't think, is making big money. Castillo's getting paid, like the Mariners extended him. That's not not their problem. That's weird.
I did honestly just realize that, like, the Seattle Mariners are just the Reds from a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. They are. That's why I've actually had that conversation with Reds fans. Like, obviously they blew it up in Cincinnati, and that's a very passionate baseball town. That's a very passionate baseball market. So I'm like, do you still support your team? They're like, yeah, like we're Reds fans. We love the Reds. I'm like, well, does that mean that you also support the Seattle Mariners because that's also the Reds? And they're like, yeah, I mean, like, we still support our guys. They were all good Reds. I mean, Jesse Winker was like a fucking badass in Cincinnati. Like, obviously, God. He just got drilled. He just got drilled, I think, yesterday. So I guess we got to wait and see what happens with Jesse Winker's injury. But he was like a legit stud with Seattle. I mean, with Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to see because I think the Reds culture as a team, they support that type of, alpha ass. They're like pro beef, They like Amir Garrett's allowed to like storm at people and start fights. Bauer's allowed to do all that shit he was doing, and all these guys. I mean, look at Castellanos on the Phillies. I mean, Castellanos was averaging like one altercation a week for the Reds. He hasn't done shit for the Phils.
No. Because I feel like when you have the sense like this is my team, or I'm like one of the pillars of this team, you carry yourself in a different way. And then you go over to Philly, and it's like, I mean, Hoskins was one of the first guys over there. They have Bryce Harper here. There's just, I mean, Schwarber has won a World Series. Like, I don't know. I think it's just harder.
I think it's organizational because Bryce is the same way. Where Bryce was, I mean, has he gotten any?
Yeah, he gets fucking kicked out all the time. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't like charged the mound, but yeah, he was like the other night he was barking from the dugout. Like he plays a very fiery brand of baseball. He hasn't tried to fight another player, to my knowledge, but he's still a fiery guy.
I worry that they're self-censoring over there in Philly.
You think so?
The culture doesn't support that, like that alpha dog type.
You think Philly's gone soft?
I don't want to say it because, I mean, that's the type of shit that Phillies fans would love.
Right.
Like if the Reds, like how like the Reds teams, like historically before they trade everyone the past few years, like, I mean, they were fighting everybody. If they did that in Philly, I mean, the fans would fucking love that. The fans, I mean, it'd probably be dangerous. That's probably why they don't allow that in Philly, because the fans would jump on the field and get in there with them.
The Phillies have lost 7 out of 10 games. They've lost 2 straight. The Milwaukee Brewers have won 6 out of 10, and they are just 1.5 games back of that third wild card spot. Do you think the Phillies hang on? You think the Phillies make the playoffs?
Let me look at the schedule. Because it is concerning, because I know the schedule is not great. I know, well, the Phillies,
You look at the Phillies schedule, I'll pull up the Brewers schedule.
Okay, the Phillies, I know the Phillies, their last series is against Houston, but before that, I think they play Miami. Oh, yeah, they're playing Cubs in Miami, so that's 2 easy series. No, Cubs and the Nationals. Even easier.
Well, I'm over here on the Milwaukee Brewers schedule. They've got 2 with the Cardinals, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then they have a 4-game series against the Marlins. They finished, every game is at home. The rest of their season is at home. So they've got 2 with the Cardinals, 4 with the Marlins, and then they finish with 3 against the D-backs, all in Milwaukee.
So, pretty easy schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And same with the Phillies. I think the Phillies will hang on.
Well,
but, I mean,
how many are at home for the Phillies?
They're at Chicago. They're all on the road.
They're all on the road?
Yeah.
The Phillies' home schedule is done?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And you're telling me that a game and a half is enough?
Shit, might not be.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be so bad, man.
A
The
game and
Phillies
a half.
choke
You've got what? Nine games on the road to
9
finish.
games. Yeah.
9-game road trip to finish the season with a game and a half lead, and the team that's chasing you plays the rest of their schedule at home against bad teams besides the Cardinals, who I'm pretty sure it's only a 2-game series against St. Louis, by the way.
Yeah, the Phillies are playing bad teams too. And the thing about the Phillies, like we gotta give the Phillies credit because they have the 8th best bullpen in the league. Who would have fucking thought that?
Not me. Not after the fucking last 3-4 years of their bullpen being an atrocity.
Their defense is trash. I mean, I'm watching their defense every
That's
night.
their
It's
own
bad.
fault, though. That's how they built that team.
I think this Phillies team is a lot better and a lot than they have been the past few years. And they have Bryce back and they got Wheeler back.
I'm not saying the Phillies don't make it. What I am saying is I did not realize that the road ahead is what it is for them.
Yeah, they got. I mean, the Braves kind of slapped them around. To be honest, I think the Phillies lost 5 out of 7. They've played 2 series the past week, a little more than a week.
Well, the Braves
and a half. The Braves are the Braves.
Braves never lose.
But the Phillies had a great opportunity the last 2 days to take advantage of that. Braves team was kind of depleted. We were playing like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday's game was a fucking nightmare. It was like a 6-hour game with the rain delay. 7 lead changes.
It was 7 hours.
Yeah. 6 lead changes.
I saw Bloop tweeting about it. Shout out to Blooper. I mean, when we go to Atlanta for a watch party, I mean, obviously Blooper can't be there, but if the Braves win, I'm making Blooper come from Truist to whatever bar we're at.
Dude, the guy lights up our room.
How can you not love Blooper? Frank the Tank, I get that it's like the Mets and the Braves and same division. You're fighting for first place. I mean, if I, as a Red Sox fan, can sit here and be like, I love Aaron Judge, then how is Frank the Tank not going to have any love for Blooper? Blooper is A1, the best mascot in the game. Maybe in all of sports, Blooper is number 1. And Frank just can't let that go.
He's a different breed. That's a different type of guy. The only Mets fan I like.
I mean,
Frank the Tank.
I was going to say, like, you could say that about both individuals that we just discussed. Different breed, different type of guy.
Yeah.
Just built different. It is what it is with those two. They would make great content together.
Hell yeah.
I think we're going to, you know what? My goal is to make content with Blooper, more content with Blooper this postseason.
What do you got? Any ideas?
Yeah, I want to fucking run through that center field gate with the Braves flag after a playoff win.
You want to do that?
I want to follow. I want to
orchestrate a
Blooper
drug deal. Let's orchestrate a drug deal.
We can wear a wire
Yeah.
and try and get Blooper to tell us about the ring. I don't think he's involved. I think he might know something though.
All right. Well, we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
We have to be unbiased. We have to at least try to bust him for it.
Right.
I'm on your side. I think Blooper's clean.
Yeah, Blooper's clean. But Billy the Marlin, do you think that the Marlins firing Don Mattingly had to do with the mascot cocaine ring? I think Don knew about it, and they were like, "Were you in on this?" I think that he might have been a supplier for Billy the Marlin, and the Marlins organization is just like, that's why Derek Jeter resigned. He was like, he's like, there's too much going on right here, and it all starts. I mean, like the ring is plentiful in terms of participants, but the top honcho is Billy the Marlin, and you can see by all the executives and coaches that have since resigned, because they called this one a mutual decision, that they didn't want to bring too much attention to the mascot cocaine ring by firing Don Mattingly. So they were like, yeah, no, it was mutually decided upon that this relationship would be terminated, and it all goes back to Billy the Marlin.
Yeah, I think Mattingly is a victim of the Marlins organization. and I don't know how much he was involved, but I think it's like you get in there. Okay, I'm going to coach the Marlins. Sorry, manage the Marlins, and you just think, I'm going to put a stop to this. Then you kind of get wrapped in it all,
right?
Because
like
I know,
AJ
I
Hinch.
mean, yeah, Billy, exactly, and I know Billy's been fired. He hasn't been in the organization, but I mean, you're an idiot if you don't think he's still not hanging around.
Exactly. It's like Vince McMahon. Like, I'm retired. I'm going to step back, and he's still calling the shots from behind the scenes. That's exactly.
That's probably a better point. I think that's probably why Jeter left, and I think why Mattingly wants to leave. Like, they didn't realize how much power Billy the Marlin had over that organization. And
right.
That's just basically because he has blackmail on everyone in it. He's sold cocaine to every single player, every single executive, every single person. They have no choice to bend the knee to Billy.
Right. Billy has a stranglehold on the executive power in that organization, and I mean, we're still seeing the fallout from it. Like, Derek Jeter leaving wasn't enough. Now Mattingly's out. Like a lot of people were saying that they're like, why the fuck? Like the Marlins had one of the best outfields in baseball. They had Giancarlo Stanton, Christian Yelich, and Marcelo Ozuna, and then within, I don't know, a week span, they all demanded trades. Why do you think that was? Did it make any sense to break up that outfield? Did it make any sense for the Marlins to be like, hey, one of the best outfields ever constructed in baseball history, let's get rid of that? I think it was because the mascot cocaine ring was just getting too much. The block was too hot, as they say.
It's when you're dealing in that type of business, sometimes you might have some debts you have to pay off. You might not have the capital to cover it, and the consequence of not paying that is your life. And you might need to sell off some contracts,
right? Especially in Miami.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep an eye on that situation in Miami, because it seems like it's getting worse before it gets any better.
So do you think did he get fired? They're saying it's a mutual thing.
They said it's mutual. He said he wanted to take some time away from baseball. But the Marlins were like, we want him to take time away from baseball too.
What a shit organization, man.
Yeah. I could see Don Mattingly just like taking some like rinky-dink coaching job with the Yankees just to be like, I'm gonna go back to where I'm like an icon. People do that all the time. It's like, I'm just gonna go where I'm the most relevant.
You don't think he just might want to chill for a little bit?
No, I'm sure he will. I don't expect Don Mattingly to be in a dugout next season, but I don't think he's done being in big league dugouts. No,
he's definitely got big league energy.
Yeah,
you see
not like
like
Barry Bonds. That was great. Like, I don't think the podcast didn't exist then. 2016. That was like that was a year before we started Starting Nine. But I think I would have harped on that constantly. Like, how crazy is it that Barry Bonds is a fucking hitting coach in the big leagues? It's crazy. Like, if there's one guy that could have just been like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to go chill. Like, see ya. I don't have to do all this shit. It would have been Barry Bonds. But I think the obvious angle there was, I want to get back in the good graces of baseball fans and baseball people. And maybe he just missed the game. I mean, this is a dude that literally was blackballed from Major League Baseball. He was blackballed. Like, I feel like I've brought this up before in the past, but I'm going to do it again just because we're here. Barry Bonds, in his final Major League season, he was 42 years old. He played in 126 games. He led the league in walks. He led the league in on-base percentage. He had a 480 on-base percentage with a 1045 OPS. He was intentionally walked 43 times. And he hit 28 homers and 14 doubles. Drove in 66 runs. He was 42. Became a free agent. And then no team offered him a contract.
Nope. Had an OPS over 1,000
Had an OPS over 1,000
at
in
42
his
years old.
age 42 season. So just to give you a little bit of perspective, in Barry Bonds' final season in the big leagues, he had a 1045 OPS. There's only one player in Major League Baseball in 2022 that has an OPS higher than that, and it's Aaron Judge.
It's fucking crazy.
If Barry Bonds at the age of 42 was in the league right now with the same exact numbers, he would be second in Major League Baseball in OPS. And then no team offered him a contract. He was blackballed.
I would love to know the insights of how that goes down. Like, how, like it just seems like that. Like, did they send a letter out? Because obviously, one team would be able to take with whatever backlash you would get for signing Barry Bonds.
Like, there had to have been a team that was like how did no team be like, you know what, fuck you, you can't tell me not to sign a player?
Exactly.
Because I think at the time that's when he was like on trial for perjury. So maybe it was like, oh, like we don't want to sign a player that might be going to jail. that could be a bad look for the organization if it's
but even then, dude, like take a fucking risk.
Yeah.
Like, what's the real downside? If he goes to jail, obviously you don't have to pay him unless he had that in his contract or his agent was like, listen, you can sign, he'll sign, but you got to
send him cigarettes in the clink.
Yeah. Jail clause.
Yeah. I don't know. But the fact that it's been 15 years and there really hasn't been an investigative, like deep dive, like how has there not been like a sports documentarian that dove deep into the conspiracy to keep Barry Bonds out of baseball, at least as a player, after his final season in 2007? Because I don't know. I still think that if Barry, I still think we're going to get Barry. I do. I check every day to make sure that he's still following me on Instagram, that it wasn't a mistake. I check every day to make sure that he's not like, oh, why am I following this guy? He's still following me. You follow me on Instagram.
I'll make a baseball doesn't exist video where I just say like, there's no proof he ever did steroids. He probably didn't even take them. It was blackballed. It's obvious.
It is obvious.
And we can flip the narrative that way and get in the good graces.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's still possible. And I want to ask him, like, because I don't know if I was sitting down across from Barry Bonds right now, if I asked him what happened after, I guess it all depends on how you phrase the question. If I say, do you believe that you were blackballed from baseball? He might not speak in a matter of opinion. He might be like, I know that I was, and here's what happened. Like behind the scene, like here's what I heard went down. Like he might have the whole story, but it's a matter of does he want to share that story or not? I don't know.
I doubt it, dude.
If you've been that, like he's already off the, like he probably wanted to keep quiet while he was still on the ballot, but once he's no longer eligible, at least for getting voted in by the writers, like he can still get in by like the players committee or whatever the fuck, the veterans committee. He probably wanted to keep quiet while he was still ballot eligible, but now that like it doesn't matter what the writers think.
Well,
why not?
What's the committee that he could still get in with the legend? What is it called?
The veterans committee.
So isn't that kind of the same thing? There's still writers voting for that.
But I mean, that story doesn't implicate you. Like if you're like you're not being like, yeah, so like I took a bunch of steroids and like that's why they, you know.
I think if Barry Bonds goes public and says MLB blackballed me, there will be even more blackballing going on. Like he's got to kind of probably be careful if he really cares about being in the Hall of Fame or being involved with baseball shit. I feel like that's probably worse than getting caught with steroids, being like MLB's a scumbag organization. Because I think that's probably illegal, right? To blackball Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds talked about the Hall of Fame on the K-Rod broadcast last night. Here's what he said. All right, it's this.
It is what it is. That's their vote. They are entitled to their vote. And But that dream is still not over for me.
You know, it's interesting you say dream because I'm sitting next to Alex, and Alex is not sure he's going to get in, but he admits that it means a lot to him. Does it mean a lot to you, Barry?
It means a lot to all of us, 100%. Yes. We've earned it.
Maybe we come back for one more bat and reset the clock.
Have you ever thought of that?
Give us one AB.
One AB sets the clock back to 0.
Maybe I have to talk to my boy Jerry Reinsdorf, see if I can beg him for one at bat.
They could use a big crowd in Miami.
So the one thing from that ESPN clip, because A-Rod fucking cut him off, Barry said, "We've earned it." He said, "We've earned it." And you make a good point, Joe. I think that it would be wise for him to continue to not necessarily speak on that. But once you're in, I mean, there has to be like one definitive Barry Bonds interview in his life, in his post-playing career, where he just opens up about all that shit and says, like, I'm not saying like admit to what like you took or how you, like, you know, we'll never hear that side of the story, whatever. And that's fine. I don't give a fuck. But I do want to know what happened. Like, how did you put up a season like that in your final season in the big leagues? And who directed these teams to stay away from you? And how did all 30 teams abide? Because I feel like, you know, if the league is like, yeah, don't sign Barry Bonds, and I'm an owner and I'm trying to put asses in the seats, or I'm trying to win a championship, and I think that this guy makes my team better, then I'd be like, fuck you. Like, if there's no, like, you're asking me nicely not to, like, fuck you. Who cares? That you would have to threaten a penalty to not sign Barry Bonds. And then legally, how can you do that? How can you legally enforce a penalty if a team signs a player that was just in the league a month ago? So I feel like that whole scenario just boggles my mind, how there had to have been some sort of conversation, some sort of conference call. This was before group texts. So it feels like there was like some sort of conference with all the owners and executives that they were not asked, they were instructed not to. And I want to know how that was enforced. And I want to know how it just hasn't come out. I want to know how like the details of this have never been revealed, and why Barry's never spoke about, you know, there had to have been some sort of conspiracy to keep me out of Major League Baseball. And if that were the case, if I were Barry, I'm nothing against A-Rod and Michael K, but I'm telling them to fuck off. Like, I'm so bitter about, like, yeah, like, all right, maybe I was taking a little something. A lot of guys did. And a lot of guys continue to get jobs. A lot of guys continue to get opportunities. So why me? Just because I was the best to ever take steroids and then swing a baseball bat? Now I'm the one that gets kicked out and I can't come back? Like, A-Rod was welcome back. Plenty of people were welcome back. They were all welcome back. Who the fuck was it?
A-Rod did a lot worse and smeared MLB a lot worse. And A-Rod has more dirt on MLB than anyone.
Yeah.
And I think he's kind of publicly, I mean, that showdown he had with his PED shit.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think that would be harder to come back from.
Or 100%. And like the fact that A-Rod was like, they were suing each other. Major League Baseball and A-Rod were like fucking at each other's throats.
I think the difference is when it happened. I think Barry Bonds is definitely the face of steroids, maybe in all of sports, not just baseball, but definitely
Lance
baseball.
Armstrong.
Yeah, you know.
I guess, I mean, even like Big Mac.
You think so? More than Barry?
I think so, just because by the time Barry broke Hank Aaron's record, we were already very aware of what happened in the summer of 98. And I feel like in the summer of 98, we were all very in the dark. Like, people didn't know. Like, obviously steroids weren't new. Like, all like the fucking Olympic athletes and the professional wrestlers in the 70s and 80s were on tons of steroids. But I feel like in pop culture, we weren't familiar with steroid use and what it could actually do for an athlete. So in the summer of 98, we were just like, wow, these two, Hulk-sized athletes are just slugging all these homers, and this is crazy. And everyone was super oblivious to the fact that they were on. If that happened now, everyone would be like, hello, they're on steroids. Look at the size of them and look at the seasons that they're putting together that no one has ever been able to do before. Of course they're taking steroids. But back then they were just like, wow, like they're just so muscular and strong, and that's why they're doing it. So yeah, I think like Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were more. I'm not saying that Barry Bonds is not a poster boy for it, but I feel like
he is.
Big Mac and Sammy rank higher.
It's just when it's so obvious. Like if you look at Barry's numbers, where he didn't hit more than He didn't hit more than 46 home runs in a year
until he was 28.
So when he was 28, he hit 46.
Yep.
And then 10 years later, pretty much.
He was 36 when he hit 73.
Yeah, almost doubled it. It's crazy. Same thing with Lance Armstrong. He arguably has way more backlash than Barry. He's not even allowed to go to a cycling race. He's not even allowed to show up. Dude, they fucking like excommunicated him, even though everyone was doing it. The guy just was the best at it. Won 7 Tour de France's.
That's what I'm saying. If you're
coming
the
off
best.
of cancer.
Yeah.
It was just so obvious. Like he's the reason why everyone got caught is because it was just too obvious.
Yeah.
But I want to know, because I mean, I was way too young to really know. The only thing I can think of is that, like, I don't know what the really narrative was surrounding Barry Bonds breaking the record and what his public perception, how bad it was. Like, was he really, like, it's kind of like a Trevor Bauer thing. If Trevor Bauer was able to pitch tomorrow, how many teams would sign him? Because I think Trevor Bauer not being able to pitch has a lot to do with the public perception of him. And I can see if Barry Bonds was really that hated to that extent that teams might be like, do we really want to do this? People are going to like protest for steroids outside. But
I get, like, that's the
it
thing.
Seems
like,
silly think of that now. It seems so silly saying that now.
Yeah. So I think it's apples and oranges in that case, because at this point, there have been plenty of players that have gotten caught for PEDs that have been given second and third chance. Like Robinson Cano has been on 3 teams just this year. So, and that's for his second offense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like teams just don't give a fuck about that. With Trevor Bauer, I feel like whether he gets off on this or it doesn't seem like there's going to be any legal ramification. Like I haven't really been paying attention to that case whatsoever. But I feel like the perception is enough to deter teams. Whereas in today's game, if you took steroids multiple times, there are multiple teams that are still willing to give you an opportunity to see if they can squeeze a little bit more juice out of that.
Yeah. But how different was that in 2007?
In 2007, I mean, like Jason Giambi got caught, right? And teams were still giving him opportunities. Like he ended up what, with like the Indians? And he was like a big part of what they had going on. Like there were, I don't know. I mean, it was almost like the bigger you were, like it wasn't so much that they didn't want the distraction. That's what it was. We don't want the distraction. There's too many, like we have a good thing going on in our clubhouse. So we don't want to disrupt, the good positive vibes. So that's more of what it was. It wasn't like a moral stance. It was, we don't want to invite the circus. And that's kind of fair. Like if you're a small market team, like back then, I mean, we've only had the universal DH twice in the last 3 years, but back then it was only, at that point you were talking American League teams. Like Barry's a free agent, so he's not going to go play left field anymore. If you're the Oakland A's, it's like, yeah, like I'm going to bring Barry Bonds in here. Like that'd be sick. Like I'm sure he would have loved to stay in the Bay Area. But it's like you have like this like small little shitty clubhouse, and it's like, all right, well now there's going to be tons. We go from no one giving a fuck about our team to just tons of media here every day. Like if you're in that clubhouse, you're probably like, I I don't know. Like, I'd love to learn, if I'm a lefty hitter, I'd love to learn the art of hitting from Barry Bonds. That information is invaluable. But
Imagine that
want
clubhouse?
Yeah,
Barry Bonds, Dallas Braden, Bob Guerin.
Bob Guerin. That clubhouse would have, because that would have been what? Dallas's rookie year?
2008?
Yeah. Right?
I think that would be sick.
Dallas Braden got called up in 2007 with a 6.72 ERA and fucking 72 and a third innings. Sucks. Dude, sucks. And then 2008, he had a 4.14 ERA and 71 and 2/3 innings, which is garbage.
Oof.
Yeah. But he finished his career 2009 to 2011. Dallas Braden threw 347 and a third innings with a 3.63 ERA. That's pretty good. A 3.77 FIP, so pretty true. A 1.24 WHIP, and he limited the long ball. 0.7 home runs per 9 innings.
That's how you pitch to contact, folks.
209 strikeouts. So the strikeouts per 9.
What?
5.4.
He has 209 strikeouts? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, 209. I bet you he didn't even realize that.
I was looking at his career stats. That's 305.
No. I'm saying over the last 3 years of his career.
Oh, shit. His prime.
Yeah, the prime
209
years.
strikeouts.
Yeah. If you take 2009 through 2011, 209 strikeouts. There's no way he knows that. He's going to be so excited when we tell him. So excited. He's probably, you know what he's probably doing right now? He's probably chaperoning these kids popping some CBD MD.
He's high as fuck right now.
CBD MD, they are the leaders in hemp-based CBD and Delta-9 THC products. These guys have everything you could possibly need to just straight up feel better. And after their latest breakthrough, it's Delta-9 THC. These sneaky innovators found a way to get these Delta-9 THC products shipped directly to your door. Some restrictions may apply because of course they do. So check your local laws before purchasing. But I'm telling you, this stuff is the real deal. They've got gummies packed with 10 milligrams of THC, perfect for winding down after watching the Red Sox blow yet another lead. They actually didn't have a lead. They got swept.
Yeah, good try, CBD.
Yeah, they didn't even score a run last night. So joke's on you, pal. 10 milligrams sound like a lot to you? CBD MD has you covered with their microdose soft gels with just 1 milligram of THC. These guys pack a punch and it's perfect for all day support whenever and wherever you need it the most. Don't get all caught up in the technicalities. This is the same THC that you've come to know and love over the years, just extracted from hemp. I actually was popping some of the CBD MD gummies last night, the 10 milligrams during the rain delay. Because I was like, all right, this is the perfect time to just get, nice and sunken into my couch. And then the game never came back on. So I was like, I was all primed and ready for the second half of that game. Just didn't come. 6 innings. See ya. 2-0 ball game. To learn more about Delta-9 and everything else CBDMD has to offer, just head to cbdmd.com. That is cbdmd.com for more information, education, and the best damn gummies that you've ever had. Must be 21 years or older to purchase Delta-9. What was I going to bring up with you just now? Oh, on the Baseball is Dead Reddit page, which I frequent often, which needs more action. That page needs more action. I feel like we average like one thread per every 2.5 weeks. We need more action, more discussion on that. And I know the second that I bring up the Reddit page, then you're gonna get the fucking people in the Discord being like, "What about the Discord?" I'm like, I'm just not a Discord person. It stresses me out. It overwhelms me. It's just I'm not a Discord person. I'm sorry. Like, I wish I could be. I'm not. I like literally need someone to like sit down and hold my hand and walk me through Discord. Is it Discord or Discourse?
Discord.
All right. There is a Baseball is Dead Discord.
Than Reddit.
Yeah. If there is a Baseball is Dead Discord, check it out if that's your thing. I don't know how. But there is a Baseball is Dead Reddit page. And we talked about on a previous episode how you can kind of figure out what Joey's next YouTube video is going to be for Baseball Doesn't Exist by just noticing what he's the most passionate about and what he's the most knowledgeable about when he's speaking during the episodes that lead up to the video dropping. And someone pointed out that you seem to know a whole lot about what happened to the Steve Bartman baseball. So that was their.
All right. Well, can I respond? Like,
You can
that's not
respond.
it.
Okay.
I already mentioned that in a past video.
Okay.
Baseball has a baseball problem, and I made a TikTok about it.
So you're making TikToks that are just exclusive to TikTok. You're not just repurposing content for TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So your next video you said is dropping soon?
October 3rd.
Your next video is dropping on October 3rd.
1 week.
Which is literally a week from today. 1 week from today, you're dropping your next video. And I don't know what the topic is. Right?
Correct.
Is it something that we've discussed on this episode?
It's more of a broader topic. It's not a specific person or event. It's more of like a overarching thing. Think about baseball.
So it's like a thesis.
Think about why baseball is more dangerous than ever. Baseball is a baseball problem, or like the sticky stuff type thing. Maybe like a overarching issue over the game itself that spans decades, or
And it doesn't have to do with steroids.
Not specifically. You could mention. No, it's not steroids.
I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised when it comes out. And I hope people believe me that I don't actually know. I don't know. I don't know. Truly, I don't know.
And I haven't talked about really anything in that video on this podcast, but I should drop some more so make a guessable.
Yeah, you really should.
I guess we got 2 more pods before it drops.
Right. Did you see the national anthem standoff?
I did. I know who won too. Didn't surprise me one bit.
Who won?
Robbie Ray.
Yeah, he did. For America's team, a national anthem standoff won by America's team. Has there ever been anything more appropriate in the history of baseball?
Probably not.
I don't think so either. Other than like Barry Bonds being the home run king on every level that you can be, like the all-time record and the single season record. Like people don't talk about that enough. Like Barry Bonds is the fucking king. Anytime that they're talking about Aaron Judge and his record and like what's the real record, Barry, even Aaron Judge himself said Barry Bonds is the home run king. Yeah, no shit, dude. He has 73 home runs in a single season and he has the all-time home run record.
Well, that's not what Roger Maris's family thinks about it. What do you think about it? What's your opinion on them?
They are the biggest wet farts going. The Maris family. Oh my God. It's like every time they fucking show them, I was like, you might as well just show a clip of Eeyore. Like they are fucking miserable. They don't want to be there. They've got their little sour puss faces on because they don't want to see, which I get, but like grow up. They're like, they were asked if they want Aaron Judge to break the record. Like, well, it's mixed emotions. It's mixed emotions. It's like, why? Because if you're fucking like people, they don't want like their dad's history to be erased. I'm like, first of all, like it's been 61 fucking years since someone has done this. So the odds that someone is going to come close again anytime soon, like who knows? Who knows? Like maybe there's a freak athlete that does it again soon. I don't know. But like the people that have come close, like that's like saying that because Roger Maris passed Babe Ruth that no one gives a fuck about Babe Ruth anymore. That's not true. Like when someone is sitting on 59, they will talk about Babe Ruth because he's next. That's 60. And then when someone hits 61, then they'll talk about Roger Maris again. People will still talk about your dad and his legacy in 1961. Like it's not like when if Aaron Judge hits 62, it's not like all right, fuck Roger Maris. We're never going to talk about that guy again. No. When people hit 61, there will be Roger Maris fucking videos and pictures and graphics all over the place. That's what 61. When people think of 61, they think of Roger Maris. They're not going to think of Aaron Judge because Aaron Judge might hit 64, and then people will think of that. That'll be the new American League Yankee record, 64. So, oh my God, every time they fucking put them on TV, they were just and I tweeted, I was like, it's kind of funny that they're like rooting against Aaron Judge like at Yankee Stadium. And Yankee fans were tweeting me being like, dude, fucking grow up. Like, they're not rooting against them. I was like, they literally said before the game, direct quote, Roger Maris Jr. said, we have mixed emotions about it. That means part of them does not want him to do it.
Which I get.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're wrong for that, but it is funny seeing them have like sourpuss facial
I do
expressions.
think it's kind of weird that they're always involved with this record when they didn't hit any home runs.
They didn't hit any home runs.
They haven't hit a single home run. I mean, I love the tradition, but it's the same thing when fucking Mark McGwire broke the record 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost 30 years ago, almost 25 years ago.
Yeah.
They greeted them like he went into the stands and like shook their hands. Like they are just constantly surrounding it. It seems kind of weird.
Yeah, it's just whatever. Especially if you're going to be sourpusses about it. Like, so Thursday night, Matt Barnes was pitching to Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge fucking clobbered a ball to dead center that everyone thought was a home run. And they had the video camera focused on the Maris family, and they were just deadpan. Like everyone else was like, yeah. They were like staring at the ball like, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it. Like
that's
you can't
that's
tell
a
me
dead
that,
giveaway.
Yeah, like there was not a smile, there was not a hand raise, there was not a yell, nothing. They were emotionless because they don't want Aaron Judge to break their dad's record. Like it's fucking weird. It's uncomfortable. Like this should be something that like if you're not there to root on Aaron Judge and like be excited for this and happy that he did it, stay home. Stay home. I don't know why they're there if they're gonna act like that. It's weird. It makes me feel bad for Aaron Judge. Like it's like I'm like taking something away from your family. It's like, dude, I'm playing Major League Baseball and people are throwing me dick balls and I'm hitting them over the fence. Like I'm doing my job. I'm going to win the Triple Crown. I'm hitting homers at I'm setting a new career high. I'm having a career year and a walk year. Like that's what this should be about. But instead, I feel like I'm watching a family's legacy being torn to shreds in front of my face just because Aaron Judge is having a great season. It's fucking wildly uncomfortable. Stay home. Don't go to Canada.
They're going to go to Canada?
I don't know. I mean, they're definitely not from New York. I mean, they traveled to New York City. So why wouldn't they travel to Toronto to see it through?
Yeah. I mean, they were there for fucking McGwire. That blows my mind. That was so long ago. And it's like, yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
It's weird.
I mean, obviously, Yankee fans will disagree because like no one in their organization can do wrong, even if the fucking children of one of their retired jersey numbers is like, no. They obviously want to see Aaron Judge do it. No, they don't.
That's like, the thing. It's like if Roger Maris was still alive and he was going to these games and doing that, like that would make sense to me.
Yeah.
That would make sense. But it's like it's kids. It's kind of like, I mean, were they even alive when it happened?
I have no idea. I mean, they're obviously on the older side, but like, yeah. You know what else like weirds me out is like when people say, like they said, the example, I forget like what the phrasing was, but he was like, yeah, you know, we just love dad being in people's memory. Like you say my dad. He's not your dad. He's not our dad. Like he's not a universal dad. Like you have to say my dad. Like when you refer to him as just dad to all of us, like that's weird.
That's weird to you?
Yeah. Like you're like, yeah, you know, it's been 61 years since dad hit those home runs. It's like, say my dad. Since my dad hit, like we all have dads. Your dad's not my dad.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah. You're gonna have to let the Maris family know about that because it is the whole thing just makes me uncomfortable. Like
hey, I don't want to disrespect them.
I don't want Aaron Judge to hit this home run. I don't want Judge to hit the home run just like history's sake, I want Aaron Judge to hit the home run so that we don't have to watch the Maris family get pissed every single night when he hits a ball to the fucking warning track, and then they have to show their facial expressions be super pissed that they think that their father's legacy is about to be erased, which is crazy. Like, that's not what's going to happen. That's not what's going to happen. People will still talk about Roger Maris until the end of time. If someone comes up on 60, we will talk about Babe Ruth. When someone hits 61, we will talk about Roger Maris. And then we will talk about whatever number that Aaron Judge lands on. Then we'll talk about Aaron Judge. But just, yeah, like, I get, like, you know, you want to be able to say, like, your dad has the, and it's not even like a fucking meaningful record. Like, Sammy Sosa hit more than fucking 61 3 times in 4 years.
Cheater.
He didn't cheat, dude. Someone switched out his bat. And
he was corking his bat.
That's what I'm saying. Someone switched
It's
it
the
out.
only reason why he hit those home runs.
Somebody switched that bat out. He didn't do that. You can't prove that he did that on purpose. You have no proof that he did that.
There's bouncy balls in the bat, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no proof. There's literally no proof that he did that, though, knowingly.
I got proof, buddy.
Apparently, I have a huge beef with the Maris family. I don't know. I
do too. And I'm about to really break their balls right now. I'm looking. I'm looking at the AL MVP voting, 1961. Roger Maris won it, obviously, 61 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Hit 61 home runs in 1961, 61 years ago.
Yeah.
Say that. Mickey Mantle, second place.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey Mantle, 10.4 WAR. Roger Maris, 6.9 WAR.
Ooh. Shouldn't have even been close.
Shouldn't have even been close.
Yeah.
It was close, though.
It was close? Mantle almost won the MVP that year?
Yeah. Maris had 202 voting points. Mantle, 4 points off. 198.
Jeez. Also, like, if you watch the movie 61, and he's even said it in interviews, like, oh, it was so stressful hitting 61 that, like, my hair fell out. Aaron Judge is fine. He's chilling. Like, chill out. Oh, you're chasing Babe Ruth? Who cares? Babe Ruth fucking sucked.
Well, apparently back then, I mean, I wasn't alive. I'll admit it. But
yeah,
apparently people were like fucking like sending him death threats for beating Babe Ruth.
Who cares?
So weird.
So weird.
Why anyone would give a fuck?
That's just, Yankee fans have always been mentally ill. Is the thing. Like, they send me death threats. Like the fucking asshole Yankee fans that send me death threats are the ancestors of the Yankee fans that were sending death threats to Roger Maris. Like, they've just always been piece of shit scumbags.
You don't fucking mess with the Babe, bro.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Don't mess with the Babe.
Yeah. They've just, it's not even people like, oh yeah, like, you know, today's society of younger kids, you can tell like that they've just never been punched in the face before because they don't know how to act. They're all tough guys on screen. It's like you go back to the 1960s and they were tough guys behind paper and pen. They would never say this shit to Roger Maris's face, but they would send him letters being like, yo, we're going to kill you, dog. If you ever come in the back streets, don't come in the parking lot in the Bronx Zoo, baby. Hey, bada boom.
He's literally on the Yankees.
Yeah. Yeah. He's on the Yankees and they're like, fuck you, dude. You're not the Babe. You'll never be the Babe, dude. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy that that's actually funny to make that comparison. Like, Yankee fans have always been over the top, psychotic, like unstable fans. Like there's like Dodger fans. I talked about them as being super, and which, by the way, they didn't get that either. Now I think that they're stupid, but they're very passionate because I think it was Thursday night. They had already clinched. They had been uncontested best team in baseball the whole fucking season. And I tweeted, the Dodgers have had a playoff spot clinched since mid-April. And I think it was like someone hit had an RBI base hit in the 4th inning, and Dodger fans were going nuts. I said it must be so cool to play for the Dodgers at home, and Dodger fans were like, "Fuck you! What are we supposed to do? Not cheer? We took the lead." And I was like, "Whoa!" Like, I'm saying, like, it's cool that even though there's nothing on the line, that you guys still like are super passionate and going nuts for like a game that doesn't matter, for a run that really doesn't matter. But yeah, Dodger fans, I complimented them and then they just were too dumb to understand the compliment. But yeah, no, they're like Dodger fans are super passionate. And then you have Yankee fans that they're just violent and aggressive.
So are Dodger fans.
Yeah, they can be. They have their moments for sure. But yeah, you need to you know what I'm gonna do? If we meet up, we will meet up in the postseason at some point. We're gonna meet up in the postseason. I'm gonna bring this with me. The Win Reality VR baseball training application, which is available on the MetaQuest 2. I'm gonna bring that with me because I want to see Joey get some hacks against. Do you think you can make contact on 98 miles per hour?
Yeah, a fake one.
Yeah, but it's like real life.
How many chances do I get?
10.
Probably not, honestly.
Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to bring it with me. If we go to Atlanta, we go to New York, Philly. I don't know where we're going to go. I want to go to Seattle, but we need the Mariners to actually get there. So what this does, gives players access to unlimited game speed reps no matter where they are. You can even use your own bat. I was trying it out last week. It was actually a workout. I was like sweating by the end of it.
Did you hit 98?
Yeah. I didn't try. I was socking dingers off the 10 and under setting. You judging me
if
for
you
that?
can hit 98, I can hit 98.
No, I'm way more talented athletically.
Mm-hmm.
The Win Reality pitcher library consists of 600 pitches from 8 and under to pro. From the release, the spin, to the speed, hitters get the chance to study every pitch when they hit and then hit in the real game. Win Reality gives players of all levels a variety of workouts that are focused on pitch recognition, timing, and decision-making. Win Reality is used by a majority of MLB teams, including NL MVP frontrunner Paul Goldschmidt. It's also used by hundreds of colleges across the nation. Hitters love it. Coaches rave about it. Parents love what it has done for their for players' enjoyment of baseball. Win Reality isn't a game, Joe. This is not a game. There's no points here. It's a revolutionary tool that improves hitting in the real game of baseball. In season, off season, and in any weather, hitters can see increased confidence and improvement at the plate. Win Reality allows players to train anywhere, anytime against game speed pitches their coaches and teammates cannot replicate in practice. Train in here, improve their game out there. Players who train with Win Reality acquire skills 7 times faster than traditional training methods. All you have to do is head to winreality, winreality.com/dead to sign up today. That is winreality.com/dead. I know a lot of people have been reaching out being like, I don't play baseball anymore. I used to, but I got one and it's like addicting to like see if I can continue to challenge myself to different pitchers, different hit speeds. So yeah.
But it's not a game.
Yeah, if you have a kid that plays youth baseball, definitely check it out. And someone like me who's washed up and I just want to see if I can sock dingers. I'm addicted. I'm not going to play another organized. Actually, I can't say that. I'm never going to play in a league again. I might play an organized baseball again, just like a game, but we'll see. What the hell is your background right now?
My background?
Oh, never mind. I think I'm...
You good? Same as always.
You good? Speaking of the Dodgers, they clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They become the first team ever to win at least 106 games in 3 straight seasons. Ever. Good for them. And then the only other thing that I had here was Chris Bryant's season is over. And he somehow managed to sign with the Colorado Rockies and hit 0 home runs at Coors Field in his first year. That's tough.
It's very tough.
That's tough. And I know you may be, small sample size. He had 111 plate appearances at Coors Field this year. 111.
That's weird too. His numbers aren't bad either.
No, I mean, like, yeah, Chris Bryant this year, 181 plate appearances over 42 games, 306 batting average, 376 on base, 477 slug. That's good for an 851 OPS. Like overall on the surface, those are good numbers, but obviously, you know, his season was very much limited from injuries. But 111 plate appearances at Coors Field and no homers. No homers. That I feel bad for him because, I mean, he's obviously not trying to be injured. And he's obviously, I mean, no one, like, the Rockies made him an offer he couldn't refuse. So he's there and he's got to make the best of it. And he's probably going to be playing irrelevant baseball for a long time. And now on top of this, he's got to be essentially like made fun of for like, this contract is going to suck. Like that's
he
not
gets
fun.
The worst of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Except a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. What is it, 184?
Sounds right.
Yeah. Would you say no to $184 million to play baseball for the Rockies?
It depends what the other team's offered.
Yeah.
There's a big if.
Yeah. I want to know what the other offers looked like. Like, how much did the Rockies blow every other team out of the water?
It had to be by a shit ton.
Yeah. Yeah. To be like, you know what? Colorado, I'm coming home, baby.
We got to do like a ranking of like the saddest franchises right now.
Should we do that next week or Thursday?
Might be an off-season thing, but it's like, who would you rather be a fan of?
Ooh. Okay.
There's a lot of things going there because, you know, going to a game in Colorado apparently is like the awesome.
Yes, I fucking love it.
Yeah, and they still have like pretty good home field attendance and stuff.
They're
So
like
that's a
top
plus.
10.
Yeah. It's like, I'd rather be a Rockies fan than like a Pirates fan.
Ooh. Yeah, everyone talks about how great it is to go to a game in Pittsburgh, but no one goes.
Yeah, exactly. One of the best ballparks in the league.
So beautiful. It's like it's a nice ballpark, but like what I always say about it is it's nice because of the things that the view from there, the view of the city. Like that doesn't mean like that doesn't make the ballpark good.
Mm.
It means the location's great. Where are the Rockies? The Rockies are 10th in average attendance this year. Pirates are 27th. The Oakland A's.
Where do they rank on that list? Wonder where the A's are at. 'Cause I know it's been a tough year for them.
Oh man, more people were like watching our live streams on Tuesday nights than were the average number of viewers for our Tuesday night baseball streams is higher than the average number of fans that would go to Oakland A's games this year.
That's not good for they. But hey, come on. There's a cat. Like the A's only fit a certain amount of people in the stands.
Right.
But Twitch is unlimited.
Right.
So
Unlimited.
So it's like you got to understand. Like there will be more people in A's games if they had a bigger stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Could fit more people.
Right. That new stadium's coming though.
Nah, I like the old one. Did you see this? There's a picture. Someone tagged us in this. This guy ordered food and they gave it to him like in a box, like an Amazon box package instead of a tray. It's
That's
like
real
3
life?
hot dogs. Yeah, it's like it looks like a box you'd get from Amazon.
Where is this picture?
They tagged us in it
How long ago?
this morning or last night.
Bro, I get mad tweets, so you're going to have to be more specific. You know what I mean?
Oh, what if I DM it to you real quick?
Yeah, DM it to me real quick. Yeah, DM that shit.
And also, it's like a soda in like a Gatorade cup.
I believe that. Oh my God. My husband asked for a tray for the food he ordered, and they put it in this. God bless the Oakland A's. And it's literally a fucking box. It's a cardboard box that the burger patties came in. Like, yeah, here you go. Yeah, this is the box that the frozen patties came in. I didn't even know 7-Up was still a soda. I thought that was like a 90s nostalgia thing. 7-Up is still being sold?
Yeah, the A's are 90s, is also a 90s nostalgia thing. So it makes sense.
Oh, man. You gotta go to an Oakland. You gotta go to an Oakland A's game just to.
Where I really want to go.
Yeah. Let's go next year. Let's go to opening day. Yeah, let's go to opening.
No, but I want to
day.
go like to the worst game possible, like 10 people.
What game do you think that would be? What do you think would be the worst draw for the A's?
Oakland Day game in April.
Does the opponent matter?
Not really. I think unless it's like the Giants
or the Yankees.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, I'm down for that. I don't have anything left. I was actually like really bored. Like usually Jake will ask us for the topics and I'll just fire through them when he asks, which is like 20 minutes before the show. But last night I was just sitting there bored and I was like, let me bang out these topics right now. Put a little thought into it. I feel like it was a pretty thorough show. And honestly, I think the Barry Bonds discussion on this show was the most interesting segment that we did. And that was the only one that really wasn't planned.
Yeah. The blackball.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little inside baseball.
Yeah. That we didn't plan that?
That's just off the top.
Yeah. We were just freestyling. We were just riffing with the boys.
What the pros can do.
Yeah. What's that new YouTube video going to be about?
You're not supposed to tell you.
All right. Don't tell me. Is this a 3-hour pod? Close to it, right? Yeah. Yeah, close to it. All right. We'll be back on Thursday with more baseball talk for all you fucking seam heads out there. Woo! You know it. You love it. And we'll be giving it to you. Thursday is the day, and we'll be there. All right. Love you guys.
We on.